Hello and welcome back to rollxplay, where we roll dice and play games. Full house! We are here, back once again with Threads of Chaos, Chapter 2, The Red Spiral. So today we're going to continue from where we last left off in the last session, in episode 22, I believe it was. Nothing eventful happened. We did some downtime, and we're going to continue said downtime now, as we reach the tail end of it, leading into the next demon that will be hunted by the party. So, no recap needed, because again, not much happened. So, it's been a couple of days since the sort of last bit that we ended on. Where's Cal currently?
At the house, outside of the house.
Yeah, I'm guessing Cal doesn't fit in the house.
I'm assuming no.
No.
Yeah. He's
guessing...
probably pouting because everybody went inside to discuss stuff, and he's just staring into a window, like has his head on the ground, staring into the window, being like, "What is happening in there? Can someone fill me in?"
As you're just looking and peering through, as people are having conversations without you, Tuco is outside, and he's just kind of sat next to you, just every so often looking up. So, what happened again? Why are you a dragon?
Well, the long version would be that I was trying to prove to Alejandro that our patron does not want people to die and people to be sacrificed to him. So I went into the Lord's chambers where there was like iconography and shit of my patron. So the Lord was probably actually praying to my patron, but he was clearly using it to push some of his own goals and things, and he was doing some sort of evil ritual, probably as Tentawa was coming to like kill him, and he was trying to do a last-ditch effort. That's at least somehow what it looked like. So it was a ritual that he was trying, and he was almost complete, but then he fucking died. And like it looked like he was trying to take himself out right before she took him out. But he didn't succeed, so the ritual was still bubbling, and I poked it.
Why did you touch it?
Because I couldn't know that it would be safe to leave it there. What if someone else had touched it? Then someone else would now be a dragon.
Cal? Why does this remind me of that time we ended up in the Shadowfell?
I mean, I think we got out of that one a bit better, honestly. We got a ride from, like, those super cool ravens that were smaller than I am now, I am realizing. I honestly think it was kind of cool. I'm not sure if... I mean, this is also pretty awesome, if we're being honest. Like, I'm a dragon.
Do you feel different? Except for the size, of course.
I feel like a dragon. Yeah,
what does that mean? What does feeling like a dragon mean?
I don't know. I feel like it would be more natural to walk on 4 rather than 2 limbs. And I also
starts writing all
now
this
have
down.
wings that I can just... And Kel just starts babbling, describing like different sensations. Like, I have a tail now.
How does that feel, having a tail? How do you know how to use it?
Like if you had another arm at the... I don't know.
Does it move when you're happy?
I just do. I assume it does. Honestly, I assume it does. Does it, Max?
This is up to you, Leonie.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Like, Cal's ears and stuff also tended to, like, move around when he was excited or stuff, so I'm assuming it's just, yeah.
Sure. Okay, it's passed over. All of the equipment that you had on you when the transformation was starting to happen was sort of buried in the temple behind. But before you had left, both Maria and Alejandro had gone in to find out what the fuck had happened and collected everything on your behalf.
Not gonna murder me.
So all of the stuff that Cal has had is still left on the sort of table inside, as the two of them have kind of caught everyone up again, as this is a couple of days later, just sort of affirming a few things and getting everyone caught up. In this conversation, Kirill will just kind of look confounded, unsure. The first time you've ever seen him confused, probably. And for a Crickpod, whose most expressions are kind of alien-like with this sort of insectoid mandibles and whatnot, not very expressive. But here, somehow, some way, you can see uncertainty, and he's dumbfounded for someone who's very clever.
Now that's an accomplishment.
To be honest, I don't know what we can do to fix this. This is new territory for me.
Has this ever happened before?
Not in my elders. It's not something they've taught me.
I'm guessing we would have spent the last few days doing as much like figuring out if this is like, is this a polymorph? Is this a blah 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 blood draw? Is he really a dragon?
Through
Like
all of your sort of research and what you can find, delving into the spiritual, delving into all of this, for the grand scheme of things and what it looks like, Cal is now a dragon.
well, I guess we need to find a wizard who could cast true polymorph. Do we know anyone who could cast that high level magic? That kind? I mean,
Of that scale, it'll be very difficult. We could attempt to do something, but even then, this is powers beyond our understanding. This is primal at its most pure. Something here has taken place that Cal has completely changed form, and perhaps this is more of a curse than a change, a transformation. Perhaps this is undoable. Nothing shows that it's, well, an easy fix. Whatever that ritual was, this was an attempt at making it permanent.
Okay, maybe if Cal asks his patron, they'll have more
I could-
answers.
try and I don't know if it is a dream, but I could try to go with you, see if there's anything I can find, see if you're having, I don't know, dragony dreams. I honestly can't think of. Oberon is like expression matching Kirill's right now, just like.
I think everyone is really just like, the fuck do we do about this? Well,
Aside from, pay a wizard to cast true polymorph, but we don't know any wizards like that to my knowledge. So, aside from Hollow, maybe, I don't know. We don't know if she can cast magic like that, maybe. Well, that's a big favor.
yeah. Well,
Do we even have the money to try and pay for a service like that? I mean, if whoever we asks for a favor, they'd be within their right to ask a pretty big one. Do we want to open ourselves up to that? Could get dicey, I mean.
yeah. Plus, we don't know anyone who's particularly fond of us, so they probably will ask for something in return, unless they're like a really good Samaritan, but I don't think we've run into a lot of those. Maybe we should just
Caroline.
focus on trying to... Oh.
Caroline will speak up. We're talking about this as if this isn't somewhat beneficial. Cal's a dragon. And from everything that we've seen and, well, what the Flores siblings have talked about, they kind of resemble the patron itself. So perhaps it's a good thing that Cal is, well, in this form. Perhaps we should really ask him rather than plan all of this and try to change him. Cal seems like he's always happy for new experiences anyway.
I guess we all turn to the window, like...
And there's a massive dragon eye just staring through.
Cal? Are you okay with being a dragon for the time being?
You just see a giant dragon claw, like, yup.
Okay, then I guess the focus should be on trying to make Cal as comfortable, I guess. I don't think we should just let him stay outside the entire time. Could rain.
I mean, he won't exactly fit in the house. Maybe we should build a
Yeah, that's
barn?
what I mean. Yeah. Or like at
A
least
nice barn! I like...
for,
Just so
for the
you don't have
cows
to
and
sleep in
horses.
the
a
rain?
nest. Just a giant dragon's nest. Well, does that
Because the
mean we'll
grounds
get
are
a...
pretty big, right?
Yeah, you have this big sort of area that wraps around the main estate where there is a gate that surrounds it. The entire thing from the gates inwards teleports wherever you end up going. So you do have a large space. There's enough space for Cal to run around free and graze on the
Aw.
land.
Cal has a yard.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Well, does that mean he'll get a tendency to get a horde as well, or... Which I don't think... Should we be worried about that?
I mean, Cal's like a red dragon, right? What do we know about, like, red dragons normally?
Well, you can roll a history
know?
or religion check to see what you can gather on dragon lore.
Dragon lore. Dragon lore.
Dragon Lord.
Dragon lore. Dragon lore.
Fucking hell.
Dragon lore!
Dragon Lord.
I read books.
Okay. With a 28, you will know that dragons have been around for a very long time. Dragons have been a thing since the very beginning. In fact, there have been several long-living dragons that have established themselves in the world and have kind of claimed different elements of sort of powers in nature and have surrounded themselves in the very fabrics of what create the world. Think of it as like the main pillars of what the dragons represent. Each one of them don't have the same sort of patterns and colors and are the same types as you would imagine. So they are not your red dragons, your blue dragons. They are slightly different. They are more elevated and become a more accentuated version of themselves. But in history, there was a group of dragons that were very synonymous, known as the Unbridled Subjugators. It was formed by several dragons who had basically tried to enforce this knowledge that they had and try to almost dominate certain areas around the world, both in the prime material plane and elsewhere. There have been stories of dragons within the Fey realm, within the sort of earthen planes as well, all situated around different sort of parts of this world. And they all worked underneath this one network, this one sort of goal in mind, which was to control and make things as they saw fit. In regards to the sort of dragons that don't line themselves with that, they come in all different sizes, all different colors, and for the most part, they are pretty sheltered. Not many of them would be sort of seen or place themselves at the forefront. The Unbridled Subjugators were the only ones to really do so. Other dragons are pretty much kept isolated to themselves because they are a sort of rarity, if you will. They were to be hunted at points for their scales, for their sort of natural gifts and powerful, naturally enchanted sort of plates of armor and the sort of core, the hearts, the bones, everything that would be a part of them could be used in some sort of spellcraft, etc. So a lot of them stay isolated and away. There have been
They're victims of poaching.
yeah,
Yes.
pretty much, yeah. A lot of them tend to be within the sort of lands of Tunthir, since those jungles are quite abundant and most of them could hide within without issue. But they were hunted by both the tribes people and people from afar, trying to gain these sorts of parts from them. There was a very sort of well-known incident of this going slightly too far, which caused the extinction of a sort of race of dragons called shimmer dragons. They were these brilliant, almost chromatic dragons made of crystal that flew around everywhere, and the light would capture onto them, and they would bring this sort of magical air to the world. And you probably would have heard this in your stories from what your father would have told you. But they, because of the sort of rarity of their scales, they were also hunted into extinction, and there was none more ever seen again because of that. So, yeah, they tend to stick to themselves, and they probably don't see, at least 90% of them don't see people as being friendly to begin with, but they vary in sentience. In regards to the sort of rose dragon that you see here, not much you've learned outside of your adventures. A lot of the lore that's behind the rose dragon has been lost to history. So you need to find specialty people to do that. And it seems that the Flores siblings perhaps could reveal some things, but even asking them after what you've known, they have been indoctrinated perhaps with false ideals of what this dragon represents. But maybe slithers of truth could still be in there. You haven't really looked into it too much. But there you go. With Cal still outside, you will see Clay, the Aarakocra that you picked up in the Fey Realm. He will sort of leave the conversation that's happening inside and walk up to Cal on the outside. Just look up towards you. Are you okay?
Yes. I mean, it's a big fucking change, but it's also, it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Like, would I have chosen this? No. Am I okay with this? Well, I mean, it's gonna be really hard to explain this to my family, and really, I don't want to do that. I don't want to. We can not do that, right? I can just write them letter. Wait. Can I write? How am I gonna pick up a pencil?
So you're finding the change slightly hard, then?
Yeah.
You're taking it all in very good spirits, but I guess you have full control over yourself, so that must be a benefit to it.
Yeah, also I don't feel any sort of bloodlust or anything, but don't want to eat people, so that's good. If that's what you were worried about. I don't want to eat anyone.
Yeah, well, you see he starts getting a
Because you
little bit
tried to
anxious.
eat Janet last time, so...
Yeah, he starts getting a little anxious.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't mean to. I didn't realize I was doing it.
Oh, no, I know. Just to assure you, I don't... No bloodlust here, I think. Well, we can wait it out a few more days. Maybe it starts to kick in.
How are you so nonchalant about it all? I would be frightened in your position.
Why?
Well, you just said it yourself. How are you going to get home? You won't be let into any city, any place of where people congregate. You'll be seen as this outsider. You will have to change your life completely to ingratiate yourself in any society. And I'll be honest, we know what you're like, or I at least know you in passing. People will be frightened of you, no?
Oh, when you put it like that... I maybe hadn't thought about the consequences.
This is the stuff that gives me nightmares whenever I think about the change within me. That's why I was so surprised by your lack thereof.
I mean... I guess I wasn't really thinking about the whole social aspect of it. I was more thinking of the, well, we're adventurers and killing demons for sports anyway. So, but yeah, there's kind of, yeah, now that you say it.
Perhaps we can maybe meditate together. Olren had shown me some techniques, at least. I want to know if I could have the same control as you do, but I'm scared, and I'm worried that whatever I will become permanent. But if I have the same nature as you do, maybe it won't be so much of a burden.
Right. Yeah, we can try that.
And not if you don't want
Okay.
to. And he just starts looking away. I don't
No,
want to.
I'm just saying it, like, well.
Cal, new concerns having been opened up to him, is just like, oh shit.
Yeah, let's meditate. Yeah, good idea.
Okay. And he just instantly gets down with his legs crossed. Oh, can you do the same? This.
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll a acrobatics check at disadvantage, please?
Yeah, my dex is the same. Okay.
Yeah, your dex is the
gonna be
same.
annoying. Yeah, I have to program.
The only thing that's
changes. This
changed,
is
I believe,
gonna
is
be
your
annoying.
strength.
15. Yeah.
At disadvantage, so please roll again.
I'd imagine the rest of us are inside, like, trying to draw
7.
plans for, like, a safety shed.
Yeah.
I crash into the house.
You just see Cal the dragon hit against the side of the glass as he's just trying to bend his legs down. Doesn't smash through the building because the building is fully enchanted, but still it's like as you just leaning against the side.
I also imagine that he like tries to catch himself with a hand as he would as a human. So it's like just claws digging into the glass.
Clay's just pulled back. Just oh no.
Okay, maybe not like that.
You're finding
Yeah,
it.
just curl up.
You're finding like the new position to adopt. The tail is making it very difficult to sit with your legs crossed. It's not really that way inclined. But you start this sort of meditation with Clay. Do you have anything to talk about in this meditation?
Usually this is a time where I don't talk, which is a change. But should I be talking while meditating?
Oh, I don't know.
I thought you'd done this before.
I haven't done it with someone else. Not without someone guiding me.
What did you do when you
forward.
did it with someone else?
Well, Olwen doesn't really speak much when it comes to the meditations. He's quite direct with his approach.
Mm-hmm.
And he usually leads it, so maybe we shouldn't talk. Let's not speak.
Okay.
Is this working?
No.
Okay. Well,
But I've not tried to reach out to my patron, which is also something I do when I tend to do something like meditating to reach out. So
can we see what is happening
yes.
outside?
Yes.
Okay. Oberon would kind of go outside and just kind of sit crisscross. Because I'm guessing we can hear Cal talking as well, because Cal is like a dragon. And probably speaking quite loudly.
Yeah, his voice is booming. He doesn't quite realize, but he's also very soft-spoken for a dragon. You expect a sort of dialogue, but it's just like regular Cal, just slightly louder.
Oberon would go outside and sit down, kind of join them and go, when I switch between, this version and the other one, I just kind of, before I sleep, kind of think about it really intently and what the change would feel like as I kind of go to sleep, so maybe try that. Or kind of sit down and just like breathe like really performatively, like really like to show like what they're doing, and kind of just like you kind of sit down and do it and would kind of wait to see, and has dream on lock to kind of cast if anything seems like it's going okay or badly, kind of in either direction.
Can you roll a performance check to see if you can instill this wisdom onto the others? Okay.
I got a +8 as well. I just rolled abysmally.
Yeah, unfortunately. You do the exaggerated movements to show and pass it on to the others. Very theatrical. But they're both neurodivergent in some way, so some of it doesn't quite like catch. So they just kind of get lost in the sauce a little bit. Clay is just breathing out of tempo and just constantly looking back towards the dragon to see what's happening there, and then back to himself. Yeah, doesn't quite catch on. But do you try and fall asleep?
Sure.
Okay.
Focusing on the sensations of what happened when I first changed into the dragon, like the pain of the shift happening, and being like, okay, I'd really like my ears back.
Can you roll an...
And also, my face in general. I like my face.
Can you roll an acrobatics or athletics check at disadvantage, please?
How am I rolling acrobatics for? Oh, it was advantage or disadvantage. That's a 4.
In this sort of
9 in total.
perched position that you're in, you're still like somewhat up vertical. You've nested downwards slightly, but you're still kind of looking up to breathe in properly. But you find this sort of moment where you're just like a statue. You're statuesque, just sat there. If you were to have perhaps lost consciousness completely, you probably would have fallen on top of someone and probably crushed Clay. But you maintain yourself as this dream starts to try and enter your mind. What does Cal dream?
Probably of flying and just being above this huge forest, and yeah, just seeing everything tiny beneath him. Because, flying is awesome.
Okay. Almost like a sort of scrapbook of pages where the sort of drawings of the outlines of forest tops have passed by. You're flying and everything's just flicking through as you're looking down below. It all moves and shifts as you're getting further away in this sort of dreamlike quality as you're flying through. Are you yourself in the dream, or are you the dragon?
No, I'd imagine it's still very new, so his subconscious still hasn't like quite accepted the whole we're dragon now, so I imagine he's still picturing himself with the mechanical wings that he has.
Okay.
So he's flying using those.
All right. Oberon, as you have someone dreaming next to you, do you enter their dream? As you can feel it, sort of, there's something to grab onto?
I would do.
Okay. As you approach, you do see regular Cal just flying above the sort of book of pages that are just flipping past and creating this illusionary projection of forest treetops down below. You are flying beside. Not quite sort of interlocked yet. Cal is just caught up in the moment as he's flying through. Is there anything you'd like to do?
Not yet. Would kind of just be watching, kind of, bit kind of up and behind, just seeing what Cal was doing.
Okay. What do you end up doing, Cal, as you're flying through? Just continue soaring through the air?
Yeah. Or throw in a loop or two, just go wee.
Okay. Oberon, can you roll a perception check?
I can. Am I good at it? No. Let's see. Okay.
Okay. On occasion, as you're flying above these flip book notes of imagery passing underneath, it's all in sort of like parchment, but there's some tangibility to the trees as well. They're a little bit sort of greenish in color, but for the most part, everything's in this sort of papyrus parchment coloration. So like your beige, your browns, just mixed in between, all like coffee stain and whatnot. And as they keep flicking through, and Cal continues to fly within this dream, there is this sort of red presence to the paper that begins to sort of eke into the different pages that are flipping past, almost like stained blood marks across them. As the pages flip, you see more stains on some of them, and then it kind of like flips to a new page which has no stains, and then it flips through, and then there's a few that have blotches of stains at different parts. And Cal doesn't seem to have picked up on this yet, since they're just in with their eyes closed flying through.
Okay. Oberon's kind of keeping an eye on the progression of that.
Okay. Cal, as you're continuing to soar through the treetops here, you can feel this heaviness in your wings. Like, the wings are mechanical, but because it's a dream, you still have this sort of like tangibility to them. So they still feel like a part of your body. And they feel as though they're somewhat becoming more rigid and less sort of capable of flying, as though they are being made out of metal. And that it's slowing you down as you continue to try and reach up to gain more height, but you're just dropping further and further down.
If Cal starts actually falling out of the sky, Oberon would kind of put their arms kind of under Cal's shoulders and kind of keep them up, and just, you hear like Oberon's voice just like, focus on your body, keeping it like it is. Ears, face, that sort of thing. I can watch for other things. Focus on your form, on your skin, as much as you can. How it feels, your fingers.
Okay. He's gonna try.
Okay. Roll a wisdom check.
10.
Okay. As you're
Do
feeling
I want to wait? Well, in all fairness, is Cal balanced currently with the situation?
Yeah, we'll say so. We didn't change it.
Okay, well, do we think this is important enough to go for the guaranteed success, peoples?
I don't know how bad
I don't know either! Fuck it. We'll see. I'll make this my guaranteed success for the session.
Okay. As you feel your fingers, you feel the sort of tangibility that's there. And although the rigidness in the wings behind you seem to continue to seize up, everywhere else still feels movable. And like arthritis isn't really kicking in, but in some areas of your body, it's trying to take a hold. But you maintain on that, trying to keep this sort of arithmetic going. Meanwhile, Oberon, you're continuing to look around the general area here. As the sort of pages are continuing to flip through, you've noticed a progressively more and more of these stained parchments are continuing to build. More of the pages that are flipping past in this quick sort of rapid fire. There's more red that is being shown. And then at one point, as it's flipping through, red mist is now beginning to spread outwards as the end of the book that is being closed, the beginning of where your flight path started, you see it now dripping and soaked with blood as it is just pouring out the sides like jam out of a jar. But the pages continue.
That seems bad. Does it have like malicious energy? Like, obviously it's a dream, but like what? Like that's a bad omen, right?
Roll insight check.
Are you asking if the blood-soaked book has bad energy?
Oberon's seen a couple dreams. Oberon's been like exploring the dream realm. Like on the scale of like someone's just having a nightmare about a flaming horse running around and like chasing them because they got scared at the circus, to like that's an omen from something bad. This is like towards the omen from something bad end. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oberon has been in Maeve's dream. This is tame.
Yeah, that's true. There's some freaky shit going on there. So, as you're looking at the book, and especially towards the blood that is eking out, again, you're familiar with sort of how dreams work. There is a lot that is exaggerated in dreams, but there's always a slither of sort of the truth that is still in between the lines. You just got to see past all the wackiness and almost take a step back to see what is happening here. And you do so. You take a sort of a step back to look at the grander picture here. And from the sort of things that you're used to seeing, the sort of stories of old, the sort of tales of legends and heroes and villains and all of the things that you've grown up with, this seems to be almost a representation of the same. As the pages continue to flip through, the middle section seems to grow chunky with blood. And as it continues, the blood then eventually just is now staining the pages. Rather than the pages have a constant, fresh layer of blood, everything is now just stained as it's going through. As this entire ledger, this book of events has now been completely run dry of blood, but that still has bled through, leaving the sort of stain marks behind. And as it continues to flip through, it takes a slight drastic change. I say slight drastic because at first it's slow, and then instantly it changes. From the sort of stained red that are on these new pages that are flipping through, you then see it change into this bushels of like greenery, large sort of color being impacted into the treetops here, less of the sort of parchment colors and coffee stains that you were seeing, but now you're seeing bright greenery, beautiful colors of the wilds now represented in full, as the pages from this point onwards are all just vibrant and vivid and alive. You can even hear the sound of animals tweeting through, the sound of wind bristling past the trees as they now move with a more alive feeling. And it just continues to flip past until eventually the book closes. And then on the very front of the sort of book that's there, even though this entire ledger is now resting in blood, at the very front it is clean and pristine, and you just see the words Kurthiek written onto it. And then the dream ends, and then you wake up.
Fucking
the
no
fuck
pain,
was
no
that?
gain, Corthaic on the book? Like, what the fuck? I'm guessing Oberon and Cal both just look really confused. How long has it been? Because Dream can theoretically go for like 8 hours.
Yeah. As you've been sort of waiting there, we will jump to the others. Elisio, you kind of brought the idea of a sort of barn being made. Do you create the barn? What's the sort of idea that you... Well, pushing the idea forward for this new building? Because it will be a joint effort.
Probably we'll ask. Yeah, we'll be asking Olrin to help, and as well as like Life's Echo and others to try to at least build up some sort of base for it, at least a little roof, for today, so Cal can have a place to sleep. Trying to gather materials that are from around here, I guess,
Sure.
if there is any that seems safe. Yeah, just kind of drawing up a little plan for it. What seems to be the best for a dragon of the size that Cal is.
With the sort of group that you have at your disposal, most of Life's Echo aren't here currently. So you have the sort of the stragglers. Most of them are coming back and forth from missions or their own personal agendas that they've had to deal with in this interim, same as you guys. So you grab who you can. Pietgrana as well as Mudruk will be the two main ones that will probably help you out here since they've got some free time to themselves. As well as Caroline. Richter's still kind of out of commission. He's still recovering mostly, so he helps by sort of planning and preparing and drawing out things rather than the physical labor. Caroline will be using the sort of magical hands she has to lift things from afar. whilst the others are using manual labor for the most part. But you come together to try and make this makeshift home for Cal in the interim of this new form they found themselves in, whilst they're just in the corner outside, just meditating, it seems, completely in a trance, whatever is happening here. Yep.
Occasionally checks on them just in case to make sure they're, still alive and all that good stuff. But mostly trying to help out where he can. He's not the strongest person, but he can use the cosmos carpet to try to
Elevate.
lift things up easier, yeah, and lift up others, etc.
Okay. Well, between you and Olrin, if you two want to describe what this place looks like as you create the thing in full. You have a small army here. Everyone has their own magical abilities, and you have Olrin leading this in regards to main planning and structural integrity. So please describe to us what you end up putting together.
Yeah, let's see. Basically, Oren would use a spell to animate his own helpers, which means I also get the 6 golems.
Yeah.
So we got quite the force, and the rest of my spell slots I'm going to spend on Fabricate to basically 3D print the basic wall layout.
Very good, very good.
So since I can get somewhat fancy with it, I will, and at least make it look nice for Cal to be staying in there. I'm not just making like a rectangle with a roof.
Okay. There's going to be some aesthetical touches here and there then.
Yeah. Alicia will try to add a couple of plants for Cal as well, like some ivy that will be able to grow down eventually, etc., etc.
A question for the sort of placement. I know the idea of the estate isn't really written down or in everyone's minds, but think of it as you have the main gates. You have a sort of courtyard leading towards the estate, which is in the very center. You have the entire space that wraps around and all the way at the back. The only other major sort of component to the house is the behind sort of glass greenery area that they have at the very back. Apart from that, everything's in one space. Do you want to position it in any specific area at the right at the front, like a dog with a warning sign next to it?
No, Cal gets put into the backyard.
Okay.
Yep.
Around the back. Okay.
Maybe a little bit away from the glass stuff.
Yeah.
We have a mishap, we don't want it to break.
Okay.
Basically, we have stone walls with a mostly wooden roof. If I can get Richter to cast some nature spells to like grow some structure into it.
Yeah. He, as well as Maria Flores, the two of them will be able to conjure at least the elements around. He will help sort of creating the saplings to then go up and build into the network, whilst Maria will almost cause them to expand and warp them into the shapes that you are needing for this. So you create the sort of external structure. It takes you a few hours to do so. What does the interior look like? Have you outfitted it with anything in particular?
Try to get a bunch of fabric to at least form some sort of like bed or more like sleeping area, I guess. Maybe like, I don't know how big we're making it, but surely like
It's dragon sized.
Cal is considered huge, and that's going to be, I believe, 20 by 20 foot in regards to space that it takes up. Their tail is quite long, their wings are quite big, so at minimum, you're looking at a 20 by 20 space, but you're probably ending up building a 50 by 50 space, really.
Yeah. I was about to say that would be assuming Cal's in there as to walls, so...
Yeah. Probably like some sort of water source or like somewhere where water can be placed. So,
a dog bowl.
You get it.
I was thinking
Not a pen! Get a pen! I swear to God! A fucking water ball!
To be fair, what has Cal been eating the past few days?
I imagine he's been going hunting.
Some rations.
I imagine. No, I imagine he's been just going hunting. He is a hunter,
Yeah.
even in a new body.
He's been hunting
Guys.
peasants.
What the fuck are we gonna do about Cal's shit, dog? It's Drover. We need to dig a hole or something.
He's intelligent enough to fuck off and do it somewhere else.
You say he's intelligent, though. Come on.
Why? I think he's intelligent enough to not take a giant shit in the backyard.
Leonie, has
okay.
Cal done this? Okay, just have to double check with these things. We can't just accept it. Gotta make sure.
I think Khaleesi will also ask Kai if he wants to like paint any of the walls
Yeah.
or do something fun.
Mm-hmm.
Just so it's not like bare bone walls and stuff.
Oh.
Just
You'll
make
probably
I
it
just-
just realized that I'm never making a good impression on Kai. Like, I had my shot, I had it, it's long gone. I'm never convincing this dude that I'm actually cool.
Nah.
I think you probably find it sick that Cal's a dragon, but I don't know. What
yeah,
was
but
Kai
like, it was an
doing?
accident. I think that loses some points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I accidentally touched a magic ritual and became huge.
This is the next
Honest-
anime. This is the next big hit anime.
On a side note, can I roll a like Mason's tools check? I want to get a metric for how fancy we make this.
Okay, go for it.
The ranger accidentally became a level 999 dragon.
5
Hey.
seasons. Let's get it. Crunchyroll, phone us. 32. You can make this as fancy as you like, dude. You can do everything. You can do detail work. You've got the time. You've got the sort of efforts there. You're creating everything from scratch anyway, so why not just add them in as you're going? So, especially with the fabricate spell, you're making it to your intended purposes. So, you can add in those flares and stylings. Is there anything that you add into it, like hidden details? Something along those lines, like Easter eggs or anything like that?
Tempting.
Shouldn't.
Tempting.
Do little drawings of snails.
But... Nice.
Just like up in the rafters somewhere. Like I imagine the little gargoyles are just 2 snails.
Yeah, yeah.
You do the
I'm just
Sistine
doing the
Chapel.
Michelangelo painting
Yeah.
painting on the ceiling where everybody's just gay and fucking.
What?
What? What do you
Never
think
seen-
Michelangelo
Have you never
do,
seen
bro?
that?
I'm pretty sure that's not what it was, dog.
You can go look it up right now.
Alright, I am.
I was thinking more of, is it the Sistine Chapel that has the sort of hand of God, is it? Where they're like reaching down?
Yeah.
I'm imagining
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
it is.
clawed hand and like
Yeah.
the sort of antenna of the snail, like just touching down, reaching. What is
Blood,
this?
which art are you talking about? Just because people are naked doesn't mean they're fucking.
You don't know.
Let's see. There should be his least favorite pope being bitten by a snake in the balls somewhere. For one.
That's so valid though, like, you know.
Yeah.
Pretty.
I'm
That
not-
was the original.
I'm not saying it
hatred.
isn't valid, but he put all kinds of stuff in there.
So is this what you're putting on the roof on the?
Nah,
on the
no,
ceiling?
I'm not. I'm not.
There's this very Michelangelo dramatic painting of Cal killing a shadow creature thing.
Could do that if you want to.
No.
I mean, I'm going to make some like murals of things that I know Cal did. Like not extra embarrassing things, though I'll add them separately and in a smaller fashion.
Sure.
But some of the things he's actually proud of.
Okay.
Like Alicia would add the red birds he knows just on the ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
Like that one time he shot down a meteor.
That's right. Forgot that happened. Wow. Chapter 1 stuff, this is. Okay, you paint the next art of sort of grandiose scale here in this building that is built for one dragon in particular. And you can see the ode to Cal in its full, with some bashing here and there, slight, very faint ones.
Kid Cal being drunk off his ass in a prison cell.
With all of this in mind, you finalize the sort of main structure just as Cal and Oberon are exiting the trance that they're in. The two of you come to, and as you're kind of like still thinking about what you saw at the very end, it's dark and you can see lights illuminating, surrounded by beautiful stonework that has now been placed in the middle of this space that there wasn't a structure previously, as well as beautiful vines and greenery growing around and colorful flowers and different bushes accentuating everything. But it's huge, it's large, and it seems like something that they were talking about earlier, finally being made. And everyone is out there either sweating their ass off or exhausted from having put it all together.
Holy shit, how long were we asleep?
Checks non-real watch. About 8 hours or so.
Cal just pokes his head in. It's like,
I hope it's
look
alright.
very cool now.
We can
This
always
is
add in
amazing.
stuff. But we try to make it cozy.
Hell yeah, this is very cozy. Thank you guys. This is amazing.
Well,
It's just looking at all the details and all the paintings and everything.
By the way,
I'm really enjoying the long, flexible neck. Just going like.
By the way, Oren would have put all the unflattering stuff like below eye level.
I was going to say the trimming of everything.
It's so small, Cal can barely make it out. He's like, yeah, that's a scribble. I can't see that.
Yeah.
I imagine somewhere there's also a doodle of the party holding hands, like a very crude drawing or something.
Probably. I mean, Oren would have not prevented anyone from doodling. So.
Well, I hope it's comfortable. Have you guys found anything in the whole meditation sleep thing?
Oberon just minor illusions, like kind of a vision of the book doing like the flip from normal to blood to massive trees to Gothaic, and then would recast it in like a zoom enhance kind of way to show off the Corthaic that it says on the outside of the book.
Yeah, we saw that.
That's ominous and rather mysterious. Any idea as to what it might mean?
Well, we know that the dragon died? Was killed? And that there was some
Well,
time.
apparently never existed. According to
maybe-
those two.
So maybe that's the bit where the blood is getting more, and then it kind of stops. And then there's the bit where it's like dried, and then all the trees. So maybe it's coming back?
But, well, I guess. I've never asked them if they like trees. Maybe they like trees.
Modorok
I was-
will look over this form that you have now. Have you... You've said that you've contacted this patron of yours. Have you done so since?
No.
Can you?
I don't know. Do I want me to try?
Well, it is
Yes.
curious. If everything is saying that this creature, this benevolent patron of yours, never
I
truly
would not.
existed, well, whatever form you wish to highlight them being, this
Awesome.
creature, awesome. You are a very devout follower. The creature never existed, right? Then how are you here in this form? One that is identical to the one that Maria had mentioned. How is this? Perhaps you are now the patron.
Looks to Janet, makes uncomfortable eye contact. It's like, am I your mother?
Shrugs.
Oh, go on,
Why
Scarlet.
you never have to say anything
are-
about the important matters?
There
Sorry.
are lots of stories about beings like that incarnating into new bodies. I mean, we know it's possible. Kind of holds up hand. Like,
Mm.
there's magic that could do it.
But then would my consciousness still be here? Like, I'm still Cal, I think. What if I'm not?
No, you
Oberon just kind of staring at you blankly, like.
Everyone simultaneously just looks at Cal. One of them sighs, one of them shrugs.
I'm pretty sure it's you, Cal.
Yeah, you have this sort of unique aura that I don't think can be passed on by anyone else.
Thanks.
I don't think that was a compliment.
Okay. All right. So there's a possibility that you've become a patron. Okay.
Does that mean I'm immortal?
Let's not test that. Preferably. No. No. I already had to revive one person this month, and I'm not doing it again, Cal.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go try and contact my patron then. Because I'm not buying into this until I've spoken to them. Or not spoken to them, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we help in any way, or is this just a...
No, she'll be fine.
Okay. Well, let us know how
Gonna
it
go
goes.
curl up in his new barn.
Are there doors on
The
this?
Sistine Barn.
Yeah.
Oh, they must be
Barn doors.
massive.
Just like the...
I'd also take like curtains, like heavy curtains that you can just put on the thing.
And
Oh,
Oren
sure.
would have also made a window.
Just.
I
Yeah, I
even
was
have
imagining
windows.
like a rolly garage door that like rolls up at the top and then like rolls back down.
You gotta pull it on the string to like get it up and down. Is there a tradesman entrance like for normal?
Probably.
Yeah,
There's
probably.
a window. They can climb through the window.
There's like one enormous door and one just person-sized door.
You close the shutters and everyone just goes, okay, and they walk through the little door and they will leave.
I guess we leave him to it.
Interesting that this girl is now having to question their faith. Something I never thought a person like him would ever amount to.
What does that mean?
He's never seemed the faithful type. I've never seen him openly pray.
Well,
Interesting dynamic he has.
I don't think Cal's relationship with the dragon was that much of a devotee, per se. More like a mutual respect, I think. Of some sorts, or mutual curiosity.
Very true.
I don't think it was very religious.
No, I don't think you have to be to believe in something. But, well, we will see what it's like in the morning then.
I suppose so. So next time you go with him, don't let him out of your sight, preferably.
Everyone looks at you. They acknowledge. Kai will just speak up. I think that's going to be quite difficult to do. He's hard to wrangle.
Looks at giant dragon. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be very difficult to do anymore.
True.
I
He can
imagine
fly
we draw.
quite fast, I assume.
Well, let's hope he doesn't fly away as quickly. We'll see. Well,
Oberon starts drawing up some like OSHA safety sheets of like dragon safety to like please remove like please like we need to remove all tree stumps of like this size from the yard so Cal doesn't like hurt his foot stepping on them, and like do not leave tripping hazards near the barn. Like maybe we should put some like safety things on like the spike on the top of like the tower and the house, like on the edge of the attic, like yeah, stuff like that. Just like starts making some lists and like tapes it to the proverbial fridge.
proverbial bridge.
The cool box, yeah. Everyone agrees. They see it. Even Aiden Nassar looks at it. This will be very much necessary. Well done.
Well, this is going to be an adjustment, but it's not all bad, I suppose. Could be useful in what awaits us.
Yes.
Unless we need to go on a stealth mission, we're pretty much fucked. But
Well,
To be fair, I was never good at those to begin with.
yeah, I think there's a difference between some metal clanking and like that.
Is it possible to adapt some of his weapons or armory to his current form? I mean, obviously the bow is a bit difficult. I imagine he probably has a breath weapon of some description, but maybe some of the magic essence could be put on a band or something he could wear, and just kind of looks at Ulrin with like a what the fuck are we gonna do about this kind of like
Kai will speak up and go, yeah, what about, Alicia, your boots? Could you make something like that for the dragon, and then they don't make any sound when they're walking?
I mean, that's
Or
more
some
Ulrin's
bracelets?
domain. I mean, you got me these, so I'm fine.
I could. It would be expensive and time consuming, but if it's just a matter of fitting size, then yes. It wouldn't be that difficult. Though, for now, I'm looking into ways to revert him to a more manageable size. So perhaps he can go indoors in the near future.
Maybe if we could craft him an item that could make him at least temporarily smaller.
I have an idea, but we'd need to find someone that is able to cast the polymorph spell, and approximately 20,000 gold in materials.
Oh, okay. Looks at Aiden Hazar slowly.
Aiden Nassar doesn't even look up. He just looks down. It can be done.
Is there anywhere we could go that naturally might have crystals of that description? I mean, if we can move the house at least closer, we can go and try and gather some of them ourselves. And just kind of looks at Ulrin like, do we know, like, is there like an island known for growing magical crystals that we could go to and try and like dig some out of the ground to make up some of these components?
There is a place that you went past not too long ago. Well, I say not too long ago. It's been a while. The Priminal Expanse.
When we sailed,
That's a mining spot of sort of magical crystals that have landed long ago into one single pile and have been excavated for many, many years. But it's a place that's also quite difficult to get to. So as this sort of idea is being passed on, you still have your sort of ship docked in Bellavia. So you could take that to the Primal Expanse. You know, it takes about a week to get there. You wouldn't be able to go there through the estate, though, because conjuration is a bit iffy there. So teleportation is a bit tricky.
We could go to Bellavia, get on the boat, and just go to there, right? Because Cal can be... Does Cal fit on the boat? Can Cal even fit on the boat?
On the deck, maybe. nowhere else, and it leaves no space for people to walk around. But they can maneuver
I
their body
can
around.
swim after it.
No, you couldn't for
Quick
long
question:
periods of
Don't we
time.
don't we have a sailing vessel? How the fuck are we going to fit Cal in there and sails?
Wrap around? Just like wrap inside.
No, more so like presumably Cal can fly indefinitely, yeah?
Not indefinitely. There will be some periods where they need to take a break. But in regards to,
But like if we fly kind of along the coast, like
they
near
can
to the coast, and then
stop and
come
go.
in like once or twice a day,
Yeah.
we
There's
like that would work.
There's
right?
no recharge on their flying. It's permanent. But just like yourself, if you were to fly for long periods of time, you will need to stop. And because just like when you're walking or
breath.
running, you will need
Yeah.
to have short rests as you go. Same goes for flying. You're taking your entire weight, and a dragon is very hefty. So they would need to like go and stop, and a few more stops than probably someone more nimble and smaller like yourself. But that can be done.
Is that feasible with sailing? Like,
Yeah, could be. It's along the coastline. Eventually, there will be a period where you will need to go across a body of water to get to the island, because it is an island, but it can be flown over. It's not that far away.
but so like a journey just kind of down the whole coast.
Yeah.
Around. Sorry, I was doing little things on the Gorthaic map, and then like across the islands. Like near kind of the bay where like Dunavir is, could we go like across those islands in like
Yeah, you could.
one day? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we can like stop here, Cal can rest here, and then go.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
So it's possible, if that's something you wanted to do.
I mean, to make up some of that cost, we don't have infinite money.
Yep.
We have the
For
time.
now.
Mhm.
I have like $6,000.
Where'd you get this money from? Why am I the only
Uh,
fucking poor one in this group?
I got an item
Oh,
that
I
prints
also
money, and
have
since we
nothing
took a month off,
He's been
Oh
building it
my
up.
God. I have like 100 gold on me, bro. I'm poor as fuck.
I have 100 platinum in my inventory.
Fuck you!
Nice.
What the fuck is this?
I also barely have any money. I don't know where all my money went. I think I had more at one point. I think I bought something that was expensive. I don't remember.
that's a very Kel thing to say. I don't know where my money went.
The line is being blurred.
At least, yeah, go on.
Oh, Ron would just say, when we get to Bellavere, we could ask around for a wizard as well, if anyone would have a contact who can cast the spell. By the time we get back, they may be able to get to Bellavere. Week there, week
Well-
on the island, week back.
I'd prefer a wizard, but it needn't be. I can work with more, well, primal magics such as druids.
Should ask around then.
I do.
Might be able to find someone while we're there, but obviously.
Well, maybe we could even find if there are people who have dealt with shapeshifters before or some kind. Maybe they would have more information. I don't know if there is such a thing though.
I mean, we do know the lady from Comic-Con. We have her information, don't we?
Which one?
Which one?
There was like a wizard who was, because there's like a few people that were doing the focus spell to, turn Kirill back into Kirill and not a
Yeah.
horse.
That's right.
Wasn't there a woman wizard?
For one with time
spellcaster of
magic,
some
no?
description? Yeah.
There was one with
Yeah.
Her name is escaping me right now. I don't think I wrote it down at the time.
It's been
Um,
ages. That's so fair.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since Comic-Con.
So
But theoretically, because she was quite powerful at the time.
yeah. So you have Zaya Day, which is the person I believe you're talking about. She was a shifter, and she has power over transmutation and time. That was the sort of her gimmick, and that's what she focused on. So she was helping with the sort of undoing of the sort of curse that had been held on the horse. But you also had Gora Mesk, who was a sort of artificer tinkerer who dealt with potions, who was also helping out at the time as well.
I mean, perhaps Miss Day, who helped with Kirill, could be of some use. And obviously it's a different situation, but for all we know, it could be something similar if it was a ritual that went awry or finally worked. We could reach out to her when we get there. I know she was there for the convention, but she's not far.
Good shout. We could try. At this point, I think we need all the help we can get with this. I think it's a little bit out of our scope of things. Well, I guess the only thing we can do is wait till Cal comes back from talking with their patron. And hopefully, maybe they have more information.
Okay. We'll use that segue. We go over towards Cal. Cal, you're in your new abode. Everything is easily accessible for you in your new form. The bed is very comfortable. It's almost like several throws on top of each other, creating this kind of pillow fort for you to lounge in. What do you do? You're trying to reach out to your patron. How do you go about
he's
it?
just curled very tightly into himself, sort of having his arms crossed over his snout. So he's like really just tightly compacted, as if trying to make himself be smaller than he actually is now. Because he's starting to freak out.
You see Janet's
A
there
bit.
with you and kind of like also in the pillow fort with you and just snuggling up. They don't seem to really care about what's happened to you that much.
Just gonna nudge her slightly. Anything to say?
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Do you know anything about this? What do you make of the theories? Do you think your parent is dead? Gone?
I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, that's okay.
Cal, I was brought here for you. I don't really know anything about my family, mum, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, I know.
I just know I got to look after
You
you.
could start talking in front of the others. You're gonna make me look insane one of these days.
Yeah, but they keep looking at me like I'm a bit strange as well, so...
Well, that's because you've barely interacted with them.
Yeah, but I'm not here to interact with them. I'm here to interact with you.
Yeah, that's fair. And it's just slowly shifting, so she's like in the middle of him, so he's just wrapped around her protectively.
It's nice though. I'm not alone.
Yeah.
I'm not the
It does
only
come
one.
with upsides. Right.
Mm.
That's nice. Right. Let's see if we can check in with your maker. Oh, let's see.
Okay.
And he's gonna just snuggle into her tightly, and he's gonna concentrate on the still present connection that he's still feeling, and try and see if a conversation is possible.
Okay. Can you roll a wisdom check, please?
Okay. Yeah, 10.
You enter this sort of the same feeling, that fluttering in your stomach that you could have when trying to imagine them up, trying to connect to your patron. That rose storm of petals that would just constantly flutter by. You feel it in your stomach, but you can't feel the connection grow any sort of more than what it is currently. There's a point where as you're focusing so hard, you can just barely see the outline of yourself, almost like it's dissipated. You can barely see the contours of your face, and it's just outside of reach. You just can't quite grab onto anything. There's no connection. Either you failed or there isn't one altogether.
Okay.
You hear a knock on the door. What the fuck is this place?
Yes.
Am I going through the door, the big one or the small one? Am I going through the window?
Who the fuck is
You
this?
hear what sounds like a drunk Sallow. What the fuck is this building?
I mean, you're very tiny, so go through the small one, I guess.
I'm gonna go through the window.
What?
Jumps
What?
into the window. Is the window open?
No.
I mean, is this a good moment to mention that the window is like made for Cal specifically, so it's kind of on Cal's current eye level?
Yeah, he's got a big jump. He can jump quite
Fair
high.
point.
So he tries to jump for it. Do you have the window open, Cal?
No.
Okay. As he just hits it and slams back onto the guard. Oh, it looks so clear. I thought it was open. Oh, fuck. Oh. You just hear this sort of rustling on the other side.
Cal's just ignoring him.
Walks back up to the door, tries to open it. Is it locked?
No, it's not locked. How the fuck would Cal knock a human-sized door?
I don't know. He pushes it, goes in. Hey. Oh, fuck. Oh, I landed on my fucking coccyx. So... Oh. What the fuck happened to you?
Oh.
I'm supposed to be doing training
What
with
do you
you.
mean?
How the fuck am I supposed to train with you like this?
How about we postpone that a bit?
Until?
I don't know. Later?
Ah, fuck it. We'll still do it. And he just walks in and closes the door. Is now a good time or are we starting in the morning?
Cal's just blinking at him, hasn't moved since the guy entered.
I don't think this is the right time.
Hey, this place is pretty nice.
Yeah.
That's a nice big bed as well. Do you mind if I crash
No.
here?
Try it.
Oh, okay. And he sits lazily onto the side of your bed. Ah.
I'm gonna push him off.
Ow! Oh, fuck. Rude. So I'm guessing that's a no then.
Yeah, clearly it's a no. Fuck off.
Alright. He just wanders out. He fucking wants to talk to me and just keeps leaving. Closes the door and continues walking out.
Cal's just closing his eyes again, trying to refocus, trying to get that connection.
You continue back into that connection and you see that faint image again of Cal looking back at you. And you can see the snout of your sort of draconic mouth pushing forward in this sort of POV as you look ahead. And it's almost like looking into a murky pond to where you can just barely see the outline of yourself, but you can also see the reflection of the dragon that revolves around and causes Cal to become this minute figure, almost like a representation of how this spirit has completely overtaken your physical form, and you are just a little bit of a driver in this entire body that you now have. With a new day, downtime continues as per normal. But before we continue, we're going to have a quick break. We're going to have a break since we're about halfway through, and we are going to have 5 minutes as we continue after then. So grab a drink. We'll be back. See you in a bit. Now I'm going to press the bloody thing. Press the thing.
You do have to press the thing.
Ah! Hello and welcome back. So we return after our break to more shenanigans that are taking place in Threads of Chaos. You guys have had a rest. You are going to be pursuing a little bit more about this Cal dilemma that is currently taking a hold of the party. What are your sort of first steps in the sort of... We're still in the sort of nebula area of like downtime, so you can still do things if you want to, but if you want to pursue this single quest, we will take a focus on it. So you tell me how you want to go about it. What's your plans?
Are we in a hurry?
Say that again?
Are we in a hurry, question mark, to deal with this, or?
It's up to you.
I mean, we're not in a hurry. Like, we will eventually... We don't know how long it's going to take for them to find one of the demons, and presumably, like, they'll find him, and then it may be an emergency or may not be an emergency. So, it's kind of like a... We shouldn't dilly-dally, but we kind of don't know how long we'll be waiting.
Do we want to maybe first contact the person, let them know when we're coming, because they might not be in town? We do have the...
Yeah, but kind of we still need the boat anyway. So, like, if we go there, contact, like, send a letter and then head off and come back, it gives them,
we can
like,
do that.
2 weeks to get into town.
Remind me where they are again?
They
we
were
know?
in town for Comic-Con, but I don't think we know where they live.
Collapsicon.
Like, permanently.
Legally distinct.
You think?
Comic-Con!
Are you sure? But yeah, we can just go to Bellevue and then contact them.
First? Okay.
You can contact
I
them.
mean,
You have
it really
sendings.
doesn't matter.
You have sendings.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah,
things
that's
to
what I'm
contact
saying.
people if you want.
Yeah.
So
But
we
does sending
can
work
just kind of
across
move the
planes? I don't
house.
think it does.
Yeah, we can go back to the material plane first and just...
Yeah. So we go to Bellevue and then we contact them.
Are
Okay.
boats in Bellevue?
I believe so. Unless it's in Transvalar.
should
I
be.
believe you
I
left
thought
it
it was
back
in
in...
Dresden.
I would. No, because we traveled back to. Oh no! Wait, the house picked us
No.
up. It's in Trustful. The house picked us up after the second.
That's what I'm like. We left our boat in when the fuck did we travel by boat to there?
True.
Because I'm pretty sure we were
Yeah.
teleported from vessel to...
Yeah. Where?
We never went back for the fucking boat.
I
dude.
mean, someone might have picked it up in the 6 months. Someone
Would
might-
you like someone to
Yeah.
have brought it back to Bellevue, since that's your sort of
I
hub?
mean, they know that's theoretically where the house is, right?
Yeah, that's pretty much where you've been
And
working
it'll-
from for the most part.
Take us way longer to get from Trasvalar. I guess it's probably about the same distance.
Another point
Yeah,
to
it's
consider as
Trasvalar,
well
isn't
is some of you don't want to be seen in Transvalar.
Yeah, I'm a giant dragon. Do you think a giant dragon flying over Trustful to go onto a boat is going to just
it? Yeah,
be
it's not gonna
chill?
go well.
Bellevue is already questionable,
fair-
but at least we know the
Oh,
leader.
city where two
be-
dragonborns
To be
are, yeah.
fair, the like instructions we
Good
gave
point.
them for when we're not using the boat is basically be a trading vessel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, because it's not good for boats to just sit. So I'm guessing it's been kind of going back and forth, somewhat at least. So to be fair, we don't know where the boat is.
It's been doing like some passive income for you guys in the background. None of you have like returned back to the ship to know what's been going on. So it's kind of been doing its own thing. But you know that its main port of stay is in Bellevue, since that's the sort of place where you got it from. You have a place to keep it where it's not additional costs for you.
Yeah,
But
it's where the
Transvalar
MOT
is...
is registered.
Exactly. That's where your mooring is. You have to pay the sort of fees for it that are involved.
Are we paying taxes for this?
Yes. But the main thing is that although Transvalar is quite well circulated, Bellevue is probably more so. Just the fact that it's a commercial port, it has a lot of sort of in-betweens before people go on to the rest of Calzaria. So you probably do a lot more business there, but as well it'll be trade back and forth. So anyway, no matter where it is, you can get to it. We'll just put it like that, so it's
Nice.
simple. But you arrive in the prime material plane in your estate. And it is a good thing that you created a house to surround the dragon that is here, because if your estate is placed within a large city and a dragon is completely visible, people will have questions, because dragons, there's a bit of a tumultuous history with them. The unbridled subjugators being namely so.
Doesn't Bellavere also have a sky watch?
Bellavere have different sort of garrisons. For Bellavere specifically, they have the Armada. They have the sort of heavy patrol of soldiers on the waters. They are the best sailors, the best captains. Trisvalar have a lot of eyes on the skies because they have Wyvern riders. So they would probably be a little bit more tentative on your arrival. Plus, in Bellavere, monsters are around the corner, so it's not too unusual to see.
Are you calling me a monster?
Technically, you are considered a monstrous creature, yeah. You're not humanoid anymore, which is a benefit in some ways as well. But you arrive in Bellavere. You have the ability to cast Sending. Are you going to be contacting Zyade, or are you going to be waiting until a bit later to be contacting them? And who is doing so?
To be fair, we didn't have Alessio didn't meet her.
Yeah.
I think you could
Did
stay.
he?
If you guys want to go, if like Oberon and Nolan want to go. I don't know.
Okay, so how are you going to be
No,
contacting
more
them?
so we're gonna have to for the purposes of sending, we are gonna have to show you a picture of her, yeah?
No, wait, no. All of Cal's items are now up for grabs. So you can use the peacock feather that Cal has. So you can do the sending Oberon.
Yeah.
You
can
have
send a
100
letter.
words.
Okay. I guess we compose the letter being like, hey, remember us? We had the cursed horse at Collapsicon. We ran
had
into another
cursed horse.
slight issue. One of our companions has been affected by some sort of ritual gone awry and has been seemingly permanently transmuted into a much larger size and creature. We could use your advice on this. We're currently back in Bellavere again. Please leave word, I guess, at the mansion.
Help,
Basically-
Offer payment.
Dot.
Yeah.
Offer payment.
Like,
This is not charity
yeah,
work.
would offer to pay for help. Like, we are happy to pay your going rate for advice. You will be able to stay here once you get here. You know, writes out a full.
Okay.
Like,
You send this sort of higher letter out to Zyade. The message sends. It seems to connect to whoever is the receiver. It does return. Not quite as you expected, though. You receive the parchment written in. There are no words. Instead, there are sort of scribbles. There's sort of paintings, really like drawn in crayon style houses, even if you could call them that, with windows on them. You see like a flower depicted in a very large sort of unproportional size of the house that's depicted here. You see the scribbles just kind of continue into different sort of star shapes in the corners. Everything seems almost like it was written like almost stabbing downwards, with the sort of thickness of the lines as well as the jagged cuts of it. It's very much like a child has drawn this, as you're constantly going back and forth. Can you roll a history check?
Oh, did we even know it? I don't think we did. We know that.
The thing is,
I feel like we knew this.
I'm unsure. I know Leonie told me is the thing.
No,
I
I
don't know if
don't.
my
We never
character
met
knows.
this lady.
You've
last
never met
campaign.
this in the last campaign.
No.
But when you met her last time,
Yeah.
she had this. She has the power over time, but time seems to go through her as well. And she seemed to age as well as go younger, seemingly out of her own control. It seems that you caught her in a bad time, and the message is sent back. as though she is under the age of 3, drawing in this message, not having understood or retained any of the information that you sent, and has just drawn a nice little picture of some house. And that's it.
Oberon would kind of convey as much to everyone and be like, maybe we should try again in a few days.
But at least gives us time to gather some of the materials.
Also, it would be helpful if we could get a tree moved onto the boat, so that I can go back and forth to check on the construction while we're gone.
What?
Alicia and all like just like, what is Blood talking about?
Tree? Did I hear that right? A living organism? A tree?
The Orin is literally standing there. How the fuck does that work?
What are we talking about?
It's kind of a new thing. I can use and just would kind of step outside, and you just see Oberon like ping between 2 trees in the yard, just like instantly, just like steps into the tree, steps out of a tree 100 meters away.
That seems useful. And you can connect all the way to the Feywild this way.
Well, it's, I think specifically to there, it's not a, I don't think I could go much anywhere else with it. No, I can't say I've
Okay.
tried. I mean,
How the hell are we
I've
gonna get a tree on a boat though?
As a point, it does work with tree ants.
Let's get the bed.
and put him on the boat.
Let's get that bed.
That feels bad.
Hey man, I know we fucking forgot about you technically. Wanna come back to being a temporary teleport?
No, we've been there. We would have gone back for him. In the time that
Yeah.
Cal was off becoming a dragon, Oberon would have, tried to coax him at least towards Harpeley to keep an eye on.
Okay, sure. So they are in Harpeley currently, because the Flea Flute also goes with him, it seems. The 2 of them are conjoined by the hip.
Back. Oh no. Does he still have the little handkerchief Alicia gave him?
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
Still tied around.
So we need to get a large plant onto the ship.
Mhm.
Ideally. I mean, I can do it when we pause, but if we could get a large plant onto the boat. I mean, Ulrin, if you, fabricate, pot of some description, and we can use magic, and kind of looks to, Mudu, if he's here, and be like, basically does the, you're kind of a druid, right? Kind of look and goes, maybe you could help us get it a bit larger?
What?
That's not a druid.
Is he
I-
not a druid? I thought he was a druid.
Cleric!
No, he is. He's a cleric of
Druid-y,
Celestia.
isn't he? Am I misremembering
Yes.
catastrophically?
Yes.
Okay, I thought he was a
Yeah.
druid for some reason.
Sorry about
Hey,
it.
I don't
I mean, he
think they
kind of
have
looks
a
like one,
druid.
but no.
He
They
doesn't look
mirror
like a
us.
troll.
They don't have a druid.
There's no druid. The only person with sort of druidic abilities is, well, Maria, as well as Richter in some
Cal?
form or fashion.
I think I just
There is
forget.
Am
Cal.
I invisible? Giant
Yeah,
dragon.
I've
Yeah.
never
wave.
played
You are
Moon.
in a dragon-sized barn.
You're just looking out, the barn slightly opens. Why aren't they talking with me? Why am I not in the conversation?
For real.
I imagine at some point, like we will drag like a deck, like table and deck chairs out there so that we can like talk with Cal in the room.
You know, I never imagined him being a dragon would make him easier to ignore.
Wow.
Whoa.
No.
Stop, dude.
That was out of character.
The instant reaction caused Anne to go, yeah, I'm not keeping that. Rewind time.
Fucking alright. So, Cal, seems that the wizard lady person is not available at the moment, so we'll need to wait a bit, and for some reason, still unbeknownst to me, we're getting Anne on a boat, I think?
Huh?
And I don't... I'm kind of confused. Oberon can teleport between trees now?
Oh. Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, so... I guess we're bringing Anne, I guess. Not sure how that works. Or if he's down for
Are we
better-
sure Anne is comfortable out on the sea?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
we-
ask.
We could just ask him.
Can we like try? We try to like explain this. Can we explain this to Anne? Does he like understand?
What about it?
Can he understand this, or is this just like not?
Would you like to be surrounded by salt water for a couple of days?
He just constantly looks towards everyone. Yes! As he just nods his head.
Okay.
Flip-flop.
Are you sure you're gonna be fine?
Yes, Cal. And he just kind of nods his head. Have you returned his sentiment to him yet or not? Because no one's ever said anything.
Did
I don't know.
we have it? I mean, it's
Yeah.
not. Real...
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it was in the
Oh, it was in the jars of suffering,
Mhm.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I gave it to
Yeah,
Oberon,
we would have.
I'm pretty sure.
We would have done that.
Okay. As soon as you return the sentiment back to him, you see he kind of like drinks it all up, it enters his mind, and the sort of husk that he was before becomes fully realized as he now sort of like shakes out of this stupor that he was in. Oh, much better. Oh, thank the Lord. I didn't realize the sentiment would ever return to me. Oh, thank you. Charmed. Oh. Oof.
Okay, that's a huge difference.
Well, quite. I'd hope I'd be back to normal again.
Do we still call you Anne, or do you remember your name?
Oh no, I much prefer that. Stick with that.
Okay.
It was very clever, by the way, with how you used it. No liking tea. It was clever. I liked it.
Thank you. Explain all over again what the situation is.
All right. I understand. You need to use me as a vessel. That's fine. Wouldn't be the first time. We can do this. This is fine by me. I don't like the salt, though. I'll stay away from the salt water if that's all right. Please don't sink the boat, because no, I don't like that. No, I don't want to be a log just floating around in the endless sea. So let's not have that happen. I might get seasick, but apart from that, I think everything should be all right. And this little vermin, he's staying around with me as well. He seems to have gotten a liking to me.
Does he have a name, or
Thank
is
you
it
very
just...
much for all your help.
Of course. Thank you for returning my mind to me. That was getting very frustrating. I kind of liked the simplicity of it all, really, but now I have my everything back in order, and it feels much, much better.
But we could help. Are you feeling alright physically? You did seem to have a couple of wounds here and there when we first found you.
Oh yes, the people at Harpley have all fixed me up nice and proper, so all fine now. Thank you very much. And you asked what his name is? I don't fucking know what his name is. It's just Flea Flu. I don't know. They're quite a aggressive species, so try not to, well, let him set loose. He might cause an overpopulation in an area. Tends to happen with these Fae. Life finds a way and all that.
Okay, noted. Didn't seem aggressive, so maybe this one's more tame.
It just drops off the sort of branch that it was holding on and just walks out with its legs. Blip, 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 blip.
Where you going, buddy?
Flip-flop.
Flivu.
And just continues walking towards where Cal is. Bloop, 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 bloop.
Just breathe in its direction. There's a whole whirlwind.
This is getting kind of like blown backwards slightly. Fliflo. You see it. It has no emotion except for a red eye and its black fur of a body. And it seems to move up and down, and then move up and down again. Flee, flow.
That is the most judgmental Flivu I've ever heard in my life.
Flee, flow. And just walks back out.
Hey.
It looks at everyone outside. Flee, flow.
Or nods.
How could you say that?
No, Flivu, that's not socially acceptable to say anymore. You can't
Flivu.
say that.
Just sits onto Oren's leg.
Oh, okay. I guess this is a thing now. Be good, Flivu, okay?
Just looks at you with this one eye. Flee, flow.
Looks at Ulrin, looks down at it, looks back at Ulrin. Well, I think you have two cursed things attached for you to the right now. Not sure which
we'll
one is
see.
more malicious at the moment. Good luck.
Or Raiden raises an eyebrow, looks back at Fleeflu.
It just looks at you. Flee, flow. Flee, flow.
You are a strange little thing.
Flee, flow.
Oh.
Oh no.
I don't like that it might be doing that at the book.
Does it seem to be looking at the book?
Roll a perception check. It has
Oh,
no
fucking hell.
It has no pupil, it has no sort of range of its eye.
28.
28.
God fucking damn it.
There is a sort of look towards the book. There is this sort of almost like the allure of it. It's kind of like looking. But more so, you see this sort of like level of respect towards Ulrin. That's like, damn, you're fucking wearing that thing? Flee flew, man. Flee flew.
You just got street cred from the flea
Oh.
flu.
Flee flew.
God damn.
If he had hands,
It's
he'd
the
dap you up.
thing.
But he can't, so he won't.
We get all that from a 28, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just looking at it, glancing at it ever so often, making sure it's not being mischievous, but
I believe I'm, as the kids would say, dope now.
Flee
pretty
flew.
swag.
Flee flew.
Dragon Cal chuckles his first laugh of a few days.
Even the smallest of chuckles just like reverberates. And everyone feels it.
Well, at least Cal's laughing a bit. That's good. So, I guess we have some free time until your friend, acquaintance turns into an adult, I guess.
I mean, if we set out, we can send messages from the boats every day or so just to check.
Richter
Once
will
we-
pipe up and kind of join in the conversation. I could go with you as well, just to help expedite the entire journey, since I can control the elements and bring a gust of wind onto the sails. I'm not doing much else here. All of the research is being done out of house, so I'm pretty much bedbound unless, well, you guys give me an excuse to get out.
I
No,
think that's a good idea.
fresh air is good for recovery, so I think you should go with us.
Thank you, Doctor.
Welcome. Are we heading out today, or... I would like to get some supplies before we head out. I did use up my last diamond.
I think that's.
I have some if you need another.
How many materials do you have? And where do you store
Yes.
them?
Oh, well, I've integrated a bag of holding into my armor.
You did?
Well, yes. How did you think the grows into a building was working?
Huh. Alright, touche. Well, I guess we have everything else to go then. Are we
If-
heading out today, or...?
Take a few hours. I mean, what's the time when we get there?
So by the time you get to the Plunal Expanse, it'll take you a couple of days of travel at least to get there, especially with Richter kind of
No,
pushing
more
the
so
sails.
like, what is the time of day back on the prime material plane?
Prime material plane, you've kind of been going back and forth. You would know that it's about midday, so you do have kind of like a few hours to prep and stuff in Bellavia before you head out onto the ship. Because you do have Richter with you, you don't need to wait until the winds are powerful and give you enough gust. He can just summon the elements to do so. So yeah, the time's pretty much on your side. As well, you'll see Piethgrana approach as she's sort of led Life's Echo from a distance as they've been continuing this investigation. We have come up with at least a timeline for when Life's Echo will be back in full with a full analysis of what they have found. We have about a week and a half to around 2 weeks, depending on how they get on in the final days. It has been quite treacherous. It's, well, the land of Dunavir is very difficult to trespass anyway to begin with, but that's why we've sent a handful of them that are more adept at those areas. They will be back with some more information, but to give you at least a bit of a briefing of what they found, it is essentially in the Water clan's homeland. So luckily enough, we're not having to deal with the Fire clans that are very much involved in this entire war that is happening between Ishvahi and, the gods and everyone else. So it is more tamer lands, but also we have seen that there are pockets of Fire clans that have been trying to enter the Water clans areas, their lakes. So we might be running into them if we end up following this lead. But this creature, this demon, is located on a lock. Isolated, kept to themselves. We are waiting to hear more information as to what is going on there and why the demon is there in the first place. For the most part, from what we've seen, there is no one within distance. It is isolated and, well, they are left to their own devices, which leaves a bit more concern.
Could be a trap.
Could be. It means information gathering is much more difficult. We are having to survey and wait to see what happens next. We know they are there. Kirill has lended his aid to watch from afar to see if there are any conjurations or movements that we cannot see through the naked eye. Doesn't seem to be. They seem to have been there the entire time without leaving. Perhaps this is another woe of death situation. I doubt it, though. We'll be lucky if we end up having another one of those. But
Very true.
that is what we have so far. So you have some time to deal with whatever you need to in preparation of this. And with the land being isolated, the situation with Cal, if anything, this is probably the best time for it. Espionage is not really something we need to plan around here. This is know what we are facing and go in headstrong.
So
We
you're
should
saying
set out tonight then.
Tonight
Okay.
works.
sure?
She'll just nod along and she'll head back to her own business.
So, can we go over the plan once more? We're sailing tonight.
Primal Expanse, if we stop twice a day so Cal can rest, we try and time it for wooded areas so that we don't start spreading rumors that there's a dragon about in this part of Cal's area, because that could be bad for Cal. Once we get there, we try and find some crystals that would be useful or at least tradable for some of the other materials we need, cut down on the cost, and then sail back.
Okay, is that it? No other plans while we're there?
I mean, we can send daily messages to the Time Lady, if that's what you guys all want to do.
Sure. Sounds good.
Yes, we should. And of course, between us, we should have enough sending spells for other matters that may arise.
The question is, if she does end up answering, but Grana did kind of imply that you're in this form at least more prepared for the fight that we're gonna be dealing with, the next demon. Would you want to be reverted, or do you want to wait after the demon's been dealt with?
Mm.
Unless our resident time mage has more potent means, I am not capable of fully returning Kel to his old form. I just have means of layering enough polymorph spells to last the day. Indefinitely.
No, I'm asking if she does answer and she does have a quick solution. Cal, would you want to be returned back, or would you want to stay in this form while we deal with the demon or not?
I mean, I've not fought in this form. I don't know how useful it'd actually be. We'd have to test it out. Find something for me to fight.
We could try it in the Expanse. I mean, I've heard rumors of what's there. I'm sure we can find something that's at least enough of a challenge that it's good practice.
Could you?
If for lack of that, I could be a sparring partner. At least we can be sure that I can take a hit.
We'll see if that becomes necessary. You're very tiny like this. Like super tiny.
That can be remedied.
True.
To be fair, I could work as a fast-moving target and just try, see how it goes. Between the two of us, just maybe once we get there, just have a spar. Just for you to test out your new form.
Okay.
All right. Well then, do some preparations before we head out, I suppose.
All right. You prepare some.
How are we getting Cal out of the city?
How are you getting out? There is one way of doing so, and that's asking someone that has the invisibility spell to cast it on you to make you invisible momentarily.
Giant flying invisible dragon.
We could also we could
I
also
can
just
only
sail
cast it
ahead
on
and
myself.
then we could also just sail ahead and then have the mansion pop up somewhere on the coast
You
to collect
could.
Cal outside of the city.
You
I
could do
think
that
that's
as well.
probably
But like, imagine a giant invisible dragon.
Like,
yeah. That's where
one
we're actually
person
gonna
for
start
no
crazy
reason is going to
rumors.
have true sight of sea invisibility and
Oh,
freak the fuck
there's
out.
just No, it makes much more sense. Cal's gonna agree
You
that
will be hunted.
we should teleport
We
to
ain't
slightly
starting
somebody.
rumors.
It's another dire slime situation, dire slug. Okay,
No,
no.
it's nowhere near similar.
Well, with this plan in mind, you gather some resources. We'll kind of do that behind the scenes of what you want to pick up and put together. But you set off on the ship that you have. A lot of the people who have been working on it continue to stay on board, but half of the crew are kind of lazing around in some of the dive bars that you've gotten used to in Bellavia. The one that you remember seeing the sort of depiction of Aiden Hassar still there, although now covered up with several boxes of storage that have like covered most of it up at this point. That is still there. It's still sort of semi-visible. But you go onto the ship. You head off with the skeleton crew alongside as they are manning the sails and preparing everything for you guys not really having to do much. You can kind of laze around and do your own thing in preparation. As you go along the coast, after about half a day of travel with Richter pushing the sails with wind, with conjured air, you see the mansion just appear. Cal takes off into the skies, and you begin to fly through the sort of Calzarian lands here, following the coastline and mimicking where the ship will be going next.
We warn the crew.
If you
I
would
hope
like to.
you did.
I guess we warn them that the dragon is friendly.
One of them
That
just
might
shout,
be very
"Fucking
awkward
dragon!"
otherwise.
Yeah, we put around like do not. We put do not shoot the like. We do like a this dragon is a friend. Do not shoot this dragon. Other dragons may be shootable, but this one no. It's like the do not swim sign.
We
It's
can
just
tie
like
a kite to Cal's tail. That's just like one of those banners that just says, "I'm friendly."
Given enough wool, I can fabricate that.
Do you end up putting that together?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. What does it say?
Good question. It was Cal's idea, I believe.
It says I'm friendly.
Okay. You have this extended bits of cloth with a harness around your back tail to then cause this trail, and is it in common?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'd guess, yeah.
sure.
No,
I'm-
it's in Draconic.
yeah.
No, it just reads like
Pointless.
Okay, well, with this sort of sign of peace, it brings confusion to some of the passers-by that are walking along the coast. As some of them look up into the sky, they see this massive shadow eclipse them as the sun passes in front. They're covered in red, crystalline sort of rose petals that bounce the light off of the dragon, and then they squint past. They're not sure if to be afraid, run, hide, and then they see I'm friendly and think, I guess so, and just continue on their
The
way.
dragon must know.
Of course, yeah. Very strange. But you continue along the way. We have two options here. Would you like to do some downtime things, or do you want to do a little sparring session? Which one would you prefer to do?
I am really curious what Cal's dragon form can do.
Okay. Who's participating in this sort of sparring session then? Is it everyone versus the dragon?
Fuck no,
Beat 'em
bro!
up.
They're just gonna die.
Beat 'em
Hell
up.
nah.
Break weapon, okay.
I
Just
will
immediately.
leave you guys to it, and
Okay.
unfortunately, will be leaving a little early for the
No worries,
evening.
Brooke.
As much as I would love for Oberon and Ulrin to deck Dragon Cal.
That would probably help.
If Robbie wants to like have a go at piloting Oberon and do the spar, I'm happy for that. But I don't know if Robbie would even
Oberon
want
is fairly
to.
Out of
complicated, isn't it?
nowhere,
We'll
I'm
see,
gonna
we'll see.
embarrass you and me.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Alrighty.
Get some rest, Rook. See you soon.
Bye
Bye
bye.
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 Don't forget you can.
Awkwardly waving.
That's when they just pop up again midway through.
Imagine.
So, with this sort of quick sparring session, then, Orin, you prepare to kind of take on Cal. You have a moment where the boat is docked up onto the side. There's no place to really go to shore because this sort of side of Calzera is quite rocky and quite elevated in points. The coastline kind of takes dramatic cliff rises and drop-off points. So, instead...
To be fair, can't Kel just carry me up there?
Exactly. So it's just the two of you going away to test out these sorts of new abilities and trying to see how the two of you fare off against each other. So paint the scene for us. So who's doing what? What's the sort of preparation here?
I mean, Cal is discovering things about like his scales and shit because
It's like puberty.
one of his abilities is
Yeah,
sort of because
I'm finding
he
my
similar to
scales.
Dennett, he gets to choose what like elemental thing he's like resistant to and shit like that. So for the defensive side, I'm going to go with an immunity to lightning because
Sure.
and for the offensive side, I'm going to go with extra damage of cold, just because Cal's like that's the least like murdery one, right?
Yeah.
Like for his bar, I'm not going to start throwing around acid.
Alicia's the referee.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Orin is standing there looking at the Unforger. Trying to gauge if he can, if that is a bit overkill to hit you with.
To remove his scales.
Do not.
Do you want your scales, or is that like an optional feature?
It is a feature that's written on there, so it can be removed.
What the fuck you mean?
Okay.
I'm going to keep the Unforger unattuned, so I can't use the like armor sundering abilities.
I love this, by the way. I love how there's Cal who's like, I'm finding out my abilities. And then there's Orin who's like, do I or don't I? Do I go for it?
Hydrogen bomb.
I do. I
Coughing baby, bro.
Well,
What the-
don't count your chickens yet. With Alicia officiating this, if you could please do the honors. Yeah, you're the referee.
And in the left corner.
Hella, he'll do a countdown from 3 to 0 and then move very, very, very much back away from the two of them, knowing the area of effect they can do sometimes. So just standing back and he just waves his hand down
Okay.
to let them start.
Then, if the two of you could roll initiative as we begin this.
I'll do vigilant person on Cal. Anyway.
That's so mean. Unknown counter.
Oh, sorry. Here we go. One sec. There we go.
Here's figure out. No, okay. No. Okay.
Leonie, we'll also say that you've already got the feature from Salah.
Oh, so I don't need vigilant blessing, but I'll take it. Oh, that's a net 20.
Hello.
Okay. So we start off. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. No, nothing.
Okay. We start off the initiative with Cal. Cal, you are sort of the first to act, with Ulrin still trying to sort of prepare probably thinking of like the different spells. What is going through Ulrin's mind at the moment whilst Cal is thinking about what they want to do on their turn?
Honestly, Orin is still kind of gauging what enchantments to actually use, because, like, I have a lava cannon, you know. Is that a
don't
bit
use
mean
that!
to use? Probably.
The choices are endless.
Like, basically, like, he's a dragon, right? He can take fire.
I mean,
That, like, Orin doesn't know.
Yeah. Well, as that's
okay.
that sort of like kid in a candy shop mentality is going on in Ulrin's head. Leonie, please, what does Cal do on their turn? Do they summon Janet?
Wait, I mean, the point is this. No, more dragons. No, so the point of this is to try and figure out what the dragon body and physicality can do. So I think he's just going to focus on that. He's going to resist the temptation to do anything fancy. He kind of wants to. So yeah, we're just gonna fucking try what this thing can do. He's going to close the distance between him and Ulrin. And he's just gonna go. Like, I guess they talked about this. He knows he can just try and fucking murder this dude. So he's just gonna, try and fail miserably.
that's not gonna-
That was the first attack.
What are you attacking with as your first strike?
First one would have just been a claw strike,
Okay.
meaning I get to do a second one of those.
Yep.
So, Jesus fucking Christ. So
Just
much for
fumbling
that.
around with their claws. They're not quite got the depth perception
He's
down.
figuring himself out. Okay.
White swings. I have thick armor, Cal.
Okay.
I can take it. Hit me. No, do it. Come on.
He's going to follow it up with a tail
you.
attack. Like, try and go for a different body part. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not hitting anything like this.
Your plus should be higher than an 8.
It says 5 plus proficiency bonus.
Is your proficiency
That's
not
an
plus 4?
It should be.
It is. Okay, well, that's a plus 1 to everything. So, does a 17 hit off?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You still have your
Okay,
stamina
but that's
points
not
as
good.
well. But just bear that in mind.
I do.
Just bear that
but,
in
like,
mind. I know it's a lot, but just they account for everything you're doing.
I mean, to be fair, Orin is standing there thinking you're taking it easy, so he's probably semi-goading you.
Yes, that is 100% what I'm doing. Not rolling like shit.
So this was your 2 claw attacks, your tail attack.
Yeah, that was my action.
Just over swinging. The ground is being torn apart by the tail as it swings through, and then just like misses by just a tiny bit as he's just not.
To be fair, don't even think it misses, because Orin is not exactly moving.
It's all the sort of depth and range
What
that
do you mean?
I'm trying to hone in. Anything else on your turn? Bonus actions or abilities? Remember, you still have your ranger stuff as well.
I know, but the point is to try out the dragon.
Yeah.
He's just gonna retreat to a safer distance.
Okay.
But I guess I might as well. I'm gonna cast Zephyr Strike on me, so Orin doesn't get to attack me if he wanted to.
Attacks
so I
opportunity.
pass that and then get away.
Okay.
Yeah, and then just go away to a safer distance.
All right. What does casting Zephyr Strike look for when Cal normally casts it and then now as a dragon?
Well, when Cal normally casts spells, they seem to originate from his ring. They seem to grow out of the ring almost, as most of them tend to be plant-like. But now that he's in this dragon form, it just seems like his scales seem to pulsate a bit, and then nothing happens, except he suddenly gets a lot quicker and dodges much easier.
This wind just surrounds you. The scales like flap slightly as the wind is like pushing through in between. But you pull back. Is that your turn? Okay.
Just watching,
What?
frustrated. I knew this was not a good idea.
We don't or standing there. Where are you going? Serious strikes. Come on, you don't need to hold back.
Just growled at him. I
Okay,
need more.
well, now it's Ulrin's turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and assume that you flew out of range for him because he's not particularly fast.
Sapphire Strike allows me to move again up to my movement speed, I think. And no,
Yeah.
30, so I'm 30 feet away from you, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Roughly.
I got 25 feet of movement because I'm a dwarf.
Bro!
So yeah, instead I'm going to use a ranged attack, namely the lava throw.
Don't throw lava at me! It's okay. Have fun.
Let's see it.
Alright.
Fucking lava, just
So
pour
yeah,
it
that's
on your
a
friend.
DC 18 dexterity save.
Okay.
Okay. For fuck's sake.
But you are a bigger target, so it makes sense.
Yeah, just check out.
So yeah, the way this looks, within Oren's armor there is the section around the belly. The entire thing is set up in a way that indicates spatial magic, with like gears protruding into the armor where it should collide with the person inside but doesn't. The same way in the belly section there is an opening like a furnace that is behind like a bar-like structure that opens up and spits this chunk of molten rock at you.
Let's see the damage.
Yep, doesn't do a whole lot, but that's 8 points of fire damage, and it creates an area where it hits. So you take another 8 points off, or rather another 2d6, as long as you keep standing there.
Well, Max, question.
Yeah.
I know all my items fucked off. Does that include magical items? They didn't grow with... Okay, so no fire resistance for me. Okay, that's cool. Well, okay.
All of the items were just kind of like taken and left in a pile. So all of the magic items, as soon as you changed form, pretty much everything deattuned from you.
That's so cool.
So that was your ranged attack, Ulrin. Anything else?
I'm gonna walk up the 25 feet towards the dragon. Are you okay? I thought dragons were better against fire.
No! Do I look like a fire dragon?
I haven't seen a whole lot of dragons.
Oh, well, no. I think I'd pick something else. I think I get to, like... My scales have a choice. But I barely felt that. Cal's like, I barely felt that. This is awesome. I think that would have hurt a lot more like a week ago.
Good. You should step out of the puddle, though.
Oh, that... Okay, yeah.
So that was your ranged attack.
Yeah, that was my turn.
That was your turn. Okay, great.
That's my turn. I'm not in range to hit him with anything else.
Whilst this is all going on, Alicio, you see Nebula appear next to you, and they're just looking over. They've conjured a chair to sit on, wide brim hat. There's a chair next to you if you wish to sit. And she just kind of sits there, one leg over, just kind of rubbing her chin.
Almost copies her simultaneously without noticing. Certainly is interesting.
That is certainly a way to look at it, yeah.
Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Just kind of tilts their head and looks towards you, lifts up the brim of the hat, doesn't even need to touch it, it just folds up. Somewhat.
Mm-hmm. Any solutions?
Looks back towards the massive dragon who's recoiling backwards and just putting hands up. There might be something. But, well, it's more of a war of attrition, really. This is something deeper.
You think it has something to do with his core or something?
Something along those lines.
Mind or soul? Or both?
More spiritual. This is
So
fighting
soul.
control. This is trying to maintain your identity of self. Cal has been exposed to something very powerful and something that they have no control over. They need to figure it out themselves. This is potent. This is something that's coalesced and evolved. It reminds me of space. Astral space.
How so?
Well, it is a complicated story. As she continues, the combat carries on. Cal, it is now your go once again as we're at the top of initiative.
Do you want me to try something cool? Like looking at Aura and being like, dude, I could try. Like you said, I'm not supposed to hold back.
Come on, we want to know how you work in a fight. Help you control your body. So don't hold back.
Okay, because I really want to find out if I can breathe fire.
Well,
Is
if you can, I
gonna
should
take
be
it-
somewhat resilient to it. So
I don't
Try.
think it's gonna be like actual fire. I think more like, I think I picked like cold or something. I'm just gonna take a deep breath in and try to use this breath weapon.
the understanding that you picked before probably getting hit by an avalanche or something.
This torrent
I-
of breath just expels outwards. Leona, you can describe this for us if you wish to. What does it look like? What is this breath weapon? How does it build up? How does it expel from Cal?
I mean, considering the element he picked, which is cold, I imagine that the intense red of his scales just dulls down a bit, and then all the color seems to center in his throat, and it just like you typically have like the Godzilla buildup where the scales just start glowing this faint, not necessarily blue, but they just get duller and darker, and then just a torrent of old elemental energy hits
Okay.
you in the face. Please make a Constitution saving throw.
Do I get disadvantage for standing right in front of him?
No, this is your vitality being drained from you. It's also
Oh.
not cold. Just bear in mind, it is a specific damage type. It doesn't get modified by which one you end up
Anyways, you can. What? It doesn't actually say. It just says.
choosing. Does at the bottom.
Oh, it says necrotic. Never mind. You take necrotic damage, my dude.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'm not resistant to that.
No.
And you did definitely not succeed on it.
Let's see
okay.
it, Leonie. Let's see the roll.
I forgot the R slash.
Yep.
Okay, you take
Oh boy.
63 points of necrotic damage.
This torrent of vitality draining breath you feel it just hit your core, Ulrin, as it builds up and expels over you. Alicia, you, from looking behind, the conversation is slightly interrupted as you just see this gout of just pure energy spraying out, and it extends past where Ulrin is in another sort of 80 or so feet behind them, as it's just this cone larger than the dragon, extends much further than them. Meanwhile, it just all fades away, and then there's Ulrin standing there.
Okay, yes, this is awful. I was expecting fire, Cal.
Oh, that was not fire or cold. That was not elemental. Holy okay. Are you okay?
I'm fine. It didn't break through. Don't worry. I took no true damage.
Okay. That's good.
Anything else in your turn?
And
Cal?
Kel's just like twitching. I think I can do more.
He's starting
That's
to
part of his
believe.
multi-attack. That's not even a bonus action. It's part of his multi-attack.
It's not part of the multi-attack. It takes over the multi-attack. It's a separate thing.
That's
Yeah.
what the slash means.
Yes.
Okay, this is a bit confusing. Okay. Still, it's just an action.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't even have
But, like,
a recharge on
This
that?
dragon doesn't have bonus actions.
No.
Goddamn.
Also, Max, I mean, his physical attacks aren't weapon attacks, are they?
Who's yours?
Mine.
They
'Cause
do.
they're like,
They do
and punching.
class as weapon attacks. Unarmed strikes.
Yeah,
Class
natural
as
thank
well.
God, because all my shit is like for weapon attacks.
Everything's
So I'm
still
sitting here like,
classes and everything you're
I can't do
doing.
that, I can't do that.
As long as it's not spell
Okay.
related, you're still fine.
Because then I think it takes an extra 1d8 damage, but like I feel that's a bit. Oh, I know I can choose. Okay. Never mind. I can choose which attack does an extra d8 damage.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Isn't that nice? Everyone's spells are so cute. I don't have shit else to do for bonus actions that isn't stuff that won't do anything because it's bullshit. I need to rework these spells of staying a dragon. No, yeah, that's Cal. He's just gonna stay within close distance of Ulrin because he wants to see what the dragon can do defensively. So he's just gonna stay, so Ulrin can actually hit him.
Okay. Ulrin, you're up. You've just taken that torrent of necrotic energy, and it is pure necrotic energy as well, just seeping the life from you. There is something in it that you could see almost revitalizing the ground around you, even in the sort of withering that has happened in the grass. There is something where new flowers are beginning to almost come alive and bloom from this.
Fascinating ability. Alright then, my turn. Lifts hammer, applies to face. I'm going to take a guess that you count as an armored creature.
They do, technically, because of the scales, yeah. Natural armor.
Okay. That is a 13, that I'm assuming does not hit you.
Nope.
It bounces off. Second attack.
Mm-hmm.
21.
Nope. My AC is 22.
By one.
Classic.
Boom.
By one.
And then I get to make another attack as a bonus action, which I will do. Doesn't hit either.
Wow, the two of you just
We're
got
both
it.
rolling such crap.
You don't want to hurt each
the thing
other,
is
but you kind of want to test things out still.
Yeah.
The things I imagine we're both. I imagine we're both hitting, but we're just like holding back, and the armor's just too thick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
For sure. The three attacks, boom, 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 just have no effect, just keep bouncing off.
Oh, that's rather impressive.
I feel like this is getting nowhere. Are we going to continue this? Are we continuing this? This gets a bit frustrating, doesn't it?
Somewhat. Maybe check some things we haven't touched yet, like your mobility. You can fly, right?
Yeah.
Well.
And I think I can like. Wait, let me try something. It's gonna fly up. Oh fuck it. So my Zephyr Strike gives me advantage on one attack that I then get also to do additional damage. So I'm gonna give myself advantage on this attack, and I'm going to use the fling scale ability. So I'm assuming this is like a scale from my tail that I'm just swishing
Yeah, you just
at him from a great distance. Okay, let's try this with advantage and a +9. Hey, does a 27 hit you?
But it's
Yay!
yay! I hit my friend.
Hey, Max, don't be so negative.
I'm happy for your success.
Thank you. Okay, so that is +1d8 +1d10 from the
It's 1d12.
cool damage. Yes, yes. Yeah, the damage die is 1d12, then I get 1d10 from the draconic offense, and I get 1d8 from Zephyr.
By the way, you can do sharpshooter with these attacks, just so you know.
Do you think a 22 would have hit Arne?
I'm just saying.
nope.
I'm not fucking risking that. I'm barely hitting as is.
That's the Olin
Wait.
way.
Ooh, I do proficiency bonus damage. That's fun. That is horrible rolls. For 26 points of damage.
Yeah. That gets reduced to, give me a second, 17. And that is... See, normally I use a thing to apply the damage, but now I actually have to do the math. Interesting.
Math. Every D&D player's worst nightmare.
It really is.
Give me roleplay any day. Math. Oh, shit.
So true.
Yeah, to be fair, Oren is standing there, bracing himself, thinking you'll dive down, but suddenly there's just a giant scale flying straight at him.
Yeah.
Whoa! Boom!
I can do that twice, and he does it again, but without advantage.
He just swings around and then kicks the second time. Another one.
Oh my god! Does a 26 hit you?
It does.
Yay! Okay.
So that's without the D8.
Yes. Oh, I mistyped. +9 +1d10. For 21 points of damage.
All
I
right.
need to program all of this, and I will soon.
You still have other attacks as well.
I do, but none of them are
No.
distance, so I'd have to go up close again, which I can. So, what haven't I tried? Well, none of the others hit, so I haven't seen any. I'm gonna go back in and try and bite him, because I haven't done that yet.
The two
Nip,
massive scales.
because I'm like, I hit twice. Okay, I can just.
Yeah. Flies down after you got caught by surprise by these scales, and then you just see the massive mouth of the dragon trying to bite down onto you.
23?
That doesn't hit.
Oof.
Yeah.
This time you catch it, readied, seeing it coming, and you just stop Cal in his tracks as he just lands then right in front of you.
And as a bonus, he's going to give you. He's going to give you a 1d6 to your next roll.
What?
We're trying out what he can do, okay? That is something he can do.
I'm imagining Oren is standing there trying to keep your teeth from his face, and suddenly he's subjected to some weird energy empowering him. Like, I'm getting mixed feelings.
As this fight is continuing. We'll go back to Elisio and Nebula quickly. After that whole debacle, she turns back. Well, this presence that Cal is exuding reminds me of the children of the stars, the creatures, the kin that were left behind, that call home onto distant planets. This spiritual energy that is formed in whatever this Cal creature is now, this dragon, seems to be a coalescence of all of that energy. But it's evolved, it's changed, it's become something different, it's manifested in this new form, which I guess is not too surprising for your Kurthena mortals, but still it is interesting that it has gone into this form. Why a dragon?
From what I know, his patron is a dragon. Why it chooses that form, I don't know. But if you're right, it seems that it's going to be a battle of will rather than us just trying to force it back via magic.
A lot of this spiritually charged moments in life, they come with their own uphill struggles. And this, although not seeming like a possession, has a tendency, if not control, to be one. Sometimes you become what you're surrounded by. But Cal is quite strong-willed, surprisingly so. Perhaps they can fight back and not be overtaken by this presence. It is, well, a power. It is the blood of my blood. It is, well, it is what I would have considered my children for a while.
Oh. Well, I think maybe then we can help him, rather than trying to find a wizard who can polymorph him back. I think you and I both know how it's like to be trapped somewhere we don't want to be, whether it's a deck of cards or, you know.
Yes, very much so. He seems to be enjoying himself at the moment, though.
Yeah. It does seem to be pretty under control. It might have overtaken his physical form, but still seems like Cal. Not much has changed.
I still sense a lot of him. He's still in there somewhere. That physical form of his. It's just wrapped up in all of this.
Maybe there is a way for him to learn how to control the form. Revert back.
If you've seen this done with clay, I'm sure that this is possible here as well. It is the fact of finding what causes it. What will allow this change?
Maybe it is tied to a specific emotion or something along those lines. Like how Clay's is with injustice.
Perhaps.
Or with a certain action.
A lot of theorizing. A lot of tests.
Well, we have some time before we deal with the other demon. They do seem to be throwing around a lot of abilities, but not landing a lot of them.
No.
Is that on purpose, or...?
They are not It looks like they're trying to hold back, but I think they're just hiding it. Or maybe
Stop
they...
holding back! I'm just shouting from back.
With this, you see Nebula just kind of like throw their hands. Please give us something to watch. And just, you see this sort of spectral light appear. And even though it's about midday when you get to this point and start your fight, the stars overtake and you just see this twilight appear around you. Both of you have advantage on all of your rolls moving forward.
Oh boy.
It's now
Cal
Ulrin's
is
turn.
immediately distracted by Nebula being there, and
She-
he immediately gets embarrassed. And is like, "Oh, yeah,
She just gives a
that's
little
not fair."
wave.
This is the
Okay.
first time Orin sees Nebula, by the way.
I think so.
Yeah, Aura is also distracted, but perhaps to a lesser degree. So I imagine what ends up happening is Kel turning away and getting a hammer to the head.
Boom.
Yes.
Let's see it. You have advantage.
All right. Yeah, that'll do.
Yeah, I think so.
So then, since I got damaged last turn, I actually get extra damage. Was
How permanent is the permanently reducing the AC?
permanent. Like,
Oh,
I don't
are
know
you
if you can
fucking
grow
over
the
with my
scales
AC?
back,
Are you
but
fucking my AC?
no, I'm not. The ability is not active. I just get it. The extra damage is from my helmet.
Just a massive chunk of the side just falls off. Oof.
But,
Holy
but I am
shit.
punching you for 42 damage.
What kind of damage is that?
That is 16 bludgeoning and 26 fire.
Yeah, none of it you're resistant to.
Okay, I'm not resistant to any of that. And now I have to get a calculator because I'm not mathing that.
That was your first strike, Ulrin. Boom. Ooh. The jaw of the dragon just moves back and forth, gyrating. You have your second strike.
Perhaps catching him a bit of scent. I'm going to redirect my strikes to less vital areas because the first one I hit him square in the head. but now I'm more
holding his car. Ah!
Tiny
My
Janets are
teeth!
just flying around in circles around their head.
now I'm more looking to knock him to the ground with the next strikes.
Mhm.
That'll hit, I think.
Yeah, that will hit.
And the third will also hit.
This is not fair. I feel bullied.
These have advantage, Arne. The last one you didn't roll advantage, so just see if it
Oh,
crits,
whoops.
just in case.
He didn't need it.
In case
Give
it
me a second.
crits, in case it crits.
Didn't.
Alright.
Okay. Cal does look damaged, but he's not like very damaged. Like he's not below half.
That's a solid 70 damage.
That's
Yep.
a solid set of HP.
I do. But yeah, not below half. He's still standing and he's feeling it, but he's fine.
Don't get distracted now. Holding out?
Right. No, because she hasn't. Okay. Just takes head, tries to get rid of toothache.
Pulls out tooth. Oh.
Now trying to impress his crush.
Uh-huh. Well, that doesn't really work against player characters, I'm imagining. Well, How would... Assurance doesn't work against player characters, does it?
What's assurance?
I can't... reducing your chance... Oh no, that's just critical chance.
Yeah.
Wasn't there something that... I mean, I might as well... I have advantage. You know what? Because the flings worked so nicely, Cal's just gonna cast Sapphire Strike again, use it to get out of the range again, and then just stay up in the air. And use the fling attack with advantage, and sharpshooter because you asked me to.
Nice.
Even though I don't want to.
I hate to tell you this, but I'm not sure you can actually hit with sharpshooter, like physically.
Wait, what is your AC?
25.
I cannot hit with sharpshooter. I'm not doing sharpshooter.
To be fair, though, if you crit, it bypasses the AC, so...
Yeah, use sharpshooter, go ahead.
Wait, how many stamina points do I have? Because I can reduce the AC by times X stamina
To get a
points,
crit.
right? So I could reduce it to 10. If I invest a lot of stamina. Where the fuck did I put that? There. I have 15 stamina points.
Your stamina would go up
Oh,
as well.
probably
because
do.
your
Fuck
strength's
it.
gone up.
Huh? Sorry?
Your stamina would have gone up because your strength's gone up as well, so...
Well, it should be automatically calculated.
Yeah, I build it in, it automatically calculates the
Right.
number.
Oh, yeah, but I haven't updated my strength. Let me just update my
Oh,
strength.
okay.
Okay, let me look again. And we have stamina points of 18.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Critical damage, you have to reduce 1 point per. Let's push it down to 10 because I don't know.
So
If
you
I
need to-
roll a 9, I'm gonna scream.
With advantage as well. Let's see it. Let's see if you roll
Yeah,
a 9.
imagine I rolled a 9. Yay!
Wow, 219
It's a
as well.
19! That's 2 19s! That was so wasted!
But it crits,
Well,
and it's the first hit, so this is going to be big damage. You're just
You're
going to
very
kill
upset
him.
about this. I'm not gonna
kind of
kill
doubt
him.
that.
Okay, so okay, let me. Wait, how do we do crits again? Remind me.
Double the dice.
Double the dice. Okay,
Yeah.
so I get 2d12, 2d10, 2d8 from Sapphire Strike, and 10 from Sharpshooter. Oh, 43 points of
Right.
damage. That is 2 ones on the 2d12s. No, wait, I mistyped. I mistyped. I didn't type 2d12. I typed 1d.
Oh yeah, you
1d2.
did, yeah.
2D,
Let me reroll
2D1,
those. Okay, that is not 43 damage. That is 55 damage. 54.
54.
54 damage. I was like,
Yeah,
hold
it's-
up, that can't be right.
Yeah, it seems to you like this is the first square hit you've landed because you've
Yes! Also,
you've
wait,
broken. You've
I got
broken
a 10
through
on
the,
one of those d10s. I can burn through more stamina points.
He's on a fucking death wish. He wants blood.
This is the first real damage I've done.
No, it's not.
You've broken. No, it is because you've just broken through the fortification HP.
Oh shit.
This is the first
So
real damage.
I'm 1/3 down.
Ooh, okay.
Fucking hell, 1/3 only.
That was the first attack.
What 13? What was the damage total again?
54.
54.
You have your full up strike as well.
Yes. Let's see. Still with advantage. God fucking damn it. That's 2 3s.
Wow.
2 19s and then 2 3s. That is okay. And what do I want to do then? Do I go bite again or do I go tail? I go bite.
Okay.
Um.
Fly back down. Mimics the same thing as before. Wow.
Mm-hmm. That's the 1 and a
Mimics
3.
the same thing as before, yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
Perhaps a bit discouraged by the first display of injury that you've dealt to Orin.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh
Also,
no.
still very distracted by Nebula being there, just constantly glancing over at her, like, is she watching? Oh, she's watching. Oh, no,
She's
watching.
very pretty normally. This is the prettiest she's been.
Oh, fuck. And Cal's like, this sucks.
Okay, now you're
Oh.
face to face with Ulrin. Ulrin, you have advantage if you want to do something.
Yeah, stretches his shoulders. Good hit. Poor follow up.
Yeah, I have to work on the bites.
Oh,
I think I just
That's-
don't like the idea of eating someone accidentally.
that's fair. But let's take this a bit seriously now. Hold. And he's going to cast this first spell, which is Command.
Oh.
Well. Oh, we've cleared that. That's not a charm.
Would this
Fuck.
work though? Because you're not technically humanoid. Does it?
Uh,
Does it
it-
has to be humanoid.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think the target has to be humanoid.
Just
I think it's
without
a
the
That's
spell.
full
creature.
person.
Yeah. I think command
Uh,
works
this
for
this
anything.
just requires you to be lucid enough to understand the command.
Hmm.
And command is not a fucking charm. That's so okay.
Yeah.
That's a wisdom save, right?
Wisdom
Correct.
save. You have advantage because all rolls have advantage during this sort of.
Okay. 20?
Hello?
Ooh. Succeeds.
Curious, how do you resist?
Strength of will.
Fair enough.
There's just like a question mark bubble that appears in their head. Huh? What happened? I felt something,
Oh.
but.
I may be underestimating you. Anyways, foe, and swings hammer.
Back to the classic. Boom.
Hello.
Yeah. You have to roll below an 11 not to hit me. This is. Oh,
What are
great.
your current HPs at now?
137.
112 with this newest hit,
Okay.
which
Well
is
done, you're
exactly
winning.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're winning.
Wait, what did you say?
Winning.
Just in terms of HP, you're currently winning.
No,
I've
what HP
got
number
less
did you say?
percent.
Oh, less
100,
percent. Well,
137.
well, then you still have more HP than me, so technically.
I mean, yeah, but percentage-wise, you got more. Anyway, I'm currently checking something.
Uh-oh.
Where's my kill ability? Insta kill.
I don't want to be an instant kill, please.
Hmm.
No, I'm checking the stamina thing for the rapid heal.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't say it.
You can do it whenever. It
uses
doesn't
or
take
bonus
an action, bonus action. You can do it between turns.
Okay, in that case, I would like to consume 7 stamina points to roll some hit dice.
Go for it.
So that is 78.
36.
Nice. It's a good roll.
Anything else on your turn, Ulrin?
No, bad. That was my entire turn.
Okay.
Just stretches a bit, repositions.
Mm-hmm. You reposition yourself, readying with the hammer. You see Nebula looks over to you, Alicio. They have been fighting for a while now. Is this over? Kalamea seems like he's lost a bit of passion.
Kind of looks between the two of them. Well, maybe he's not too sure in his abilities, but Did something happen when you chatted with him? He seems kind of nervous ever since you appeared.
He should be nervous.
Is there something I should know about? Did he do something?
I don't think you want to know the details.
Did he say something very rude that I'll be mad at him for?
Oh, Cal was very rude.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, don't be. I
Hmm,
kind of
he's a bit-
enjoyed it, really.
Huh? I thought you hated people with bad manners.
Hmm. She just looks over to you and... We fucked.
Just,
Okay. Oh,
just
Cal
slow
drops dead
turn,
on the spot.
slow turn, wide-eyed.
She just grabs her
Towards her.
glass.
Huh? Why?
Sometimes it is very lonely on a ship, and well... I was curious. And Cal by nature is very curious as well.
Just completely frozen, not knowing what to say.
It's not my finest hour, but...
You okay? I can confidently say that's the second worst thing I had pop up in my head this week.
She just nods. I thought you wouldn't like to know, but since you asked.
I didn't think that was gonna be the answer.
It was several times as well. Wasn't just the first.
I really didn't need to know that.
Well, if it makes it easier, no, to know that it wasn't just a
No,
one-off thing.
no, I don't want to know that. Why would you do that? He's my friend.
Does that mean it's mutually exclusive, or you can have friends, and well, I can make friends as well?
But it's gonna be extremely awkward now.
No, why would it be awkward? He was average.
Again, you don't need to tell me that. I do not need to know about your sex life.
So I won't tell you about the others then.
No,
All right.
there's more. Was anyone in the house?
Where do you think I go when I disappear?
I don't know. To your realm, to your godly duties.
Godly duties? I don't have any godly duties here. I'm just enjoying life.
Please don't tell me it was anyone else in the mansion.
No.
Okay. Yay.
Don't
It
worry.
wasn't anyone else I know, right? What does that mean?
All right, maybe there was another. You can
In
have
the
a guess if you want to.
I'm very afraid to guess.
Well, it wasn't Salo. I'll give you that one for free.
Okay, I have a lot more respect for you than to think it was Sallow.
Thank you.
Jesus. You know what, I don't think I want to know.
And I respect that. But I thought this would come out at some point, so better here where you're seeing Cal get beaten up by his friend.
Why would that be a good time?
Well, you can join in if you're angry.
Just looks at Cal, and Alicia's giving him, I'm gonna fucking kill you look. As when we get back home, your ass is done. Okay, we're gonna have some talks about boundaries in the mansion, I suppose. Of not fucking each other's patrons.
Well, arguably it wasn't in the mansion.
Shut up! No, you're fighting right now. Can we just say, boundary, don't fuck anyone in the mansion, please?
Anymore.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Thank you.
Most of the time has been out of the mansion anyway, but
Anyone who resides in the mansion, most of the time,
none
off
of the
limits.
people there?
Off limits!
Fine.
Are you even allowed to do that? Given mortals?
They seem happy about it.
Yeah, I know, but...
I've been
Yeah.
out of a relationship for a very long time, Alicia. I have needs.
Don't want to stop you, just, you know.
And since we are being honest, there was 2 other people in the estate.
Okay. Can I at least know who?
Do you
At this
really want to
point-
know?
If it comes up, isn't it better if I know?
Fine. They don't really know who I am, by the way.
Oh, okay.
We kind of just got talking, and well, things went in a certain direction.
Mm-hmm.
Piethgrana was the first one.
Okay.
Understandable.
And then Ark, not much of a talker
Also
or anything, but I found that quite hot.
Okay.
Cal,
least
I would
one
say,
of
is
us
quite an
talk.
exception.
Good or bad way?
Well, sometimes you have to test the waters and see if new experiences can come your way, and well, there was elements of surprise there, but the aloofness of him, I think, balanced it out.
Okay.
But do not worry, I will not do it anymore. You have my word.
Thank you. I am now gonna go do the closest thing to bleaching my eyes without actually doing it. And yours, probably.
The holy water will do that. That's...
Yep. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Okay. Okay.
Alicia,
All right.
I only tell you this because I love you and I don't want you finding out through them. But I will be honest with you, your company has been excellent. And so is being around everyone else that I've spoken to. But I am lonely. It's been a long time. since I've had any connection like that. I thought it would maybe wake me up, in a way. Didn't really. I don't think what I'm looking for is really here. But I thought I'd try, just in case, since when I walk around cities and towns, people are happy. They're smiling, they're in love. I thought I might be able to find a small glimmer of that, but what I was seeking was something more carnal, or well, less of what I actually need.
It just moves closer to her side and takes her hand. I never want you to feel alone. Both know how painful that is, especially after what you went through. And I don't want to stop you from making these connections.
It's just very hard to meet new people.
Well, maybe we could organize an event of some kind. Not a lot of people know about you on this Carthaic, so maybe like a grand presentation of you, making you known to everyone. And you can meet people, like-minded people. I'm sure there's star lovers and space lovers all around that would be very charmed by you. And not just for bed stuff, but for you. Because I know you. Much more than just that.
She'll take your hand and just raise it up and give it a kiss. You're very sweet. A heart of gold. And as her lips press against your hand and it pulls backwards, you can still see the sort of imprint left behind, like a sort of cosmos on your hand. Just an infinite space, but beyond. And it renders there for a moment.
Just looks at it in admiration, then looks back at her. You know I'd do anything.
I know. Thank you. Meanwhile, the fighting continues. Can the two of you just roll a acrobatics or athletics check, whichever one you want to roll? The one who rolls the highest, we'll say, is the sort of default victor here, since you two are fairly even leveled at this point after having gone back and forth.
It's not me.
You should have advantage.
You have advantage, yeah.
Ah, I forgot. Yeah.
Oof.
Ooh.
Wow.
It is me.
That's funny. Even with the constant fighting back and forth, there are the pure size of the dragon is kind of the thing that almost buries you underneath it. It's constantly present. It's all around. You're having to pay more attention to the tail, to the bite, to the claws, to when they fly up. It's more sort of jarring for Orin having to constantly think on his feet and going back and forth. So just from your sheer size alone, Cal, you're able to sort of dominate in that way. Even though he's giving you big hits back and forth, the two of you train, you continue, and then there's a point where it kind of lulls slightly. And for you, Orin, you just feel that sort of weight of sort of that molasses, that slowing down hit you a bit quicker than Cal. Even if Cal is still getting used to his new abilities, that newfound strength, there's something that's still quite energetic inside of Cal. Cal, you kind of get the feeling that because your physical form is this sort of heightened version, you have a bit more of a sort of pep in your step anyway, because the hits hit and they hurt, but the pain almost subdues and it like fades away slightly. You feel like perhaps if you were to go down, that you coming back would be easier than most people because of your current form being this otherworldly powerful being. So just as
That's concerning.
just as a form of reference. Is there anything you guys share as this sort of end to the fight takes place? That scattered stars, the twilight dissipates, seeing as the fight has ended.
Enough, I yield. But tell if yours is tricky.
Right? I think I'm getting the hang of it. I think it's very odd. I'm not gonna lie, but I think I'm getting it. I think I'm getting it. Not that I want to get used to it. I really don't. But yeah, I might at least be very useful like this. So there's that.
Yes. You're fighting quite well already. Though I can take it, but be careful with the breath. It's somewhat devastating. Though
But
nice around flowers, surprisingly.
yeah, I think honestly the feel I get from it might not just be nice for flowers. I think I think it could revitalize us too. I'm not sure though. I'll have to experiment with it. But I think it might also help us. Not as plants.
Oh, I could use a little revitalization, but I'm not sure I want to take another breath, just in case.
Oh no, I
So-
can't do that again. My throat hurts like hell. I can't do that again.
Oh. Perhaps talk to Alicio then. He might have something to remedy that.
Ah, good idea.
Talking about him. Nebula, huh?
Yes, isn't she? Absolutely stunning.
Death
You
glare.
hear that?
They turn around, like this very soft, admirational eyes. At Nebula turns around, death glare at Cal.
Uh-oh.
Cal, you hear in your head, oopsies. I told him,
Uh-oh. What specifically?
good luck.
Oh, don't leave that. Oh, okay, she's gone.
Just fades.
Cal, can I just have you here for a moment, just for 20 seconds? Already, you might want to cover your ears.
Why that? Well, he needs to talk to you anyway. His throat hurts. Do you have something to remedy that, perhaps?
Oh, I have just the thing. Come here, Cal. You're free to go, Aldrin.
Just sort of shovels overhead, press low to the ground.
Yes.
I'll leave you in his capable hands then. Oh,
How are you doing?
I'm going back to the ship. I need a moment.
Okay.
Cal.
Yes, so I don't know what she told you, but it's probably not as bad as she told you. Probably not.
Off limits. Cal. Patrons are off limits.
We never said that before, and
It's implied.
how is that implied?
She's kind of like my second mom. What do you think?
Oh, well, yeah. Had I known that,
How would you feel
yeah,
if I fucked your mom? That's not cool.
I was married, and very happily so. Wait, isn't Nebula married?
That's not the point.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I'm not sorry, technically so I'm not gonna apologize.
Callous.
But she came up to me. I didn't even do anything.
Oh!
I mean, yes, I did something, but not like.
Stop. I don't need to know what you did.
Okay,
No more of that.
okay. But like,
Be friends.
it.
That's it.
I mean, I don't. Yeah, no, she's been ignoring me for months. So I'm pretty sure that's off the table anyway.
Okay. Still mad at you.
It was months ago. It was ages ago.
I don't care how long it's been, Cal. I just found out.
Okay.
Could have been yesterday,
okay,
could have
but-
been 3 weeks ago, doesn't matter. And you kept it
Well,
in
if-
with me. For how long?
Well, she asked me to not say that because she technically. I didn't know it was supposed to be a secret. I was like, oh, this is. Then she was like, well, let's keep this a secret between us. How am I supposed to say no to her? Have you seen her? No.
Again. She told me since I was in diapers, Cal.
Right. Yeah.
Just
Throw
this
cold.
huge
Please
dragon literally
Fucking
pressing
some.
himself the lowest he could go. and literally going,
Flash patrons. Rule number
Mm,
1.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what did
Okay.
you actually need help with?
When I use that big blast, my throat hurts now. I feel like I have to cough. Maybe.
Can Alicia examine him?
Yeah. You focus now trying to help him after having berated him for what he's done. And Ulrin, you head back to the ship as we'll pull back and we'll carry on next time. For Alicio, as you've kind of had this heart-to-heart with Nebula, the kiss that they left behind almost becomes like not a permanent tattoo, but it's almost like a reminder if you focus on it. And your wisdom increases by 2, going over the 20 limit. So now it is 22.
Oh.
Nice.
But yeah, that was today's session. Continuing on from the downtime. It seems like next session we're going to be doing a little bit of a sort of detour to the main story and having a little bit of a side quest in the Criminal Expanse. So look forward to that. We'll be streaming that next week. I believe we should be live Tuesday next week. So subscribe, follow us on Twitch, all of those things to know when we are live in case we do skip a week. But our next stream we have coming up. We have tomorrow. We have something coming up, I believe. We still need to talk about that amongst ourselves. But we have a campaign on Fridays that we stream, which will be streamed as well. Same time as today, so 8 o'clock GMT plus 2 is what we're currently in. So join us for that, for some Fae shenanigans. And then on Sunday, we do not have a campaign session this weekend, but we do have another campaign that goes on every Sunday. Yes, Leonie is just learning about this. I'm away. So we have Sunday campaign going on there. So we have 3 campaigns in a week. So if you want to catch up with anything else D&D and you have some free time available, then please check those out because they have a similar vibe to this. Some of them more serious, some of them more loosey-goosey, but it's always us and we're always having fun. So if you want some fun, join us for that. We also have a community Discord channel, so you can find that in the description on YouTube. Join that. We share all of the art that we end up using that Robbie has made or that we've commissioned elsewhere, as well as maps and behind-the-scenes stuff that we post every so often, and some of the memes that we end up putting in Discord chat because there's a lot of stuff that we try and catch each other out on. But that's a lot of me waffling. Thank you very much for watching. We really appreciate you watching this. If you, what else do I want to say? Have a lovely day, wherever you are. No matter where you are, enjoy. Hopefully it's going well. Have a lovely summer, and we'll see you soon, hopefully. So, bye-bye. Take care.
Hopefully.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.